I can't. I'm waiting for the answer. What's up in my ocean and ocean? This summer shines like an It begins. Let's put some music on. Let's get the music down. Is my green screen fully in the shop? I have to turn up my volume. I can't even. It's just loud. Well, it's loud in my head. I don't know. Okay, I need some more intense shit. I need some upbeat shit. I don't know what I want to play. I can't play no copyrighted shit, that's for sure. What's up, chat? Hashtag late gang. Late U-list. Oh my god, the U-list puns. Please, a new Prince of Persia or remake. I just want the original. Man, if they brought back Prince of Persia though, if they bring back Prince of Persia, they're winning 2020. Like, facts. Right now, GOTY is between, for me, like, what I'm looking at towards GOTY is either Crash 4 or Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think Cyberpunk is going to be GOTY for me. If they drop Prince of Persia, or if it's original trilogy remake, then it's confirmed GOTY. If it's a new game, then it depends on if the game looks good or not. But it's gonna be fire. But for those of you who don't follow shit, we're gonna give you the lowdown of what this is all about. I'll be honest, I'm only watching the stream for the free. Oh yes, I was gonna buy Watch Dogs 2 the other day, and then I found out, I hesitated, and I found out that during this stream, the main event, you can get Watch Dogs 2 for free on Uplay, but it can only be redeemed during the stream. So I've literally got my Uplay open, ready to claim the shit. You know, like, it's a crazy way to get people to watch, but I guess it's gonna work, so, you know. I sub. Thank you for subbing. Prim, was your twin bro hogging the PC again? Nah, I was just, you know, I'm a bit rusty on YouTube. I haven't been uploading as much. I've been very busy working on some shit, so haven't been churning out the content as I usually do, you know what I mean? So, I was just figuring everything out and making sure everything was working correctly. So, here we are. We're about to get into this. Let's quickly read over what the whole thing's about. So Ubisoft are having an event, because if you already know, E3 is, I don't want to say dead, but it's kind of dead. Everyone's like, we'll do our own events, we'll host our own games, no Steam for release for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we'll put it on Uplay. Everyone's doing their own shit now. So it's like, Ubisoft got their event now, it's called Ubisoft Forward, or hashtag UbiForward, and it says everything you need to know. Let me zoom this shit in for you low resolution watching motherfuckers. Ubisoft Forward, a summer celebration of Ubisoft's upcoming lineup of games and content. It's right around the corner. The event will stream live on Premierless's YouTube channel on July 12th. Here's everything you need to know to join the celebration, including how you can claim a free copy of Watch Dogs 2. Glorious. What's everyone talking about? Is my camera blurred out? Wow. What's up, A-Rat? Let me just quickly wipe the camera quickly. Alright. Lineup reveal. Let me enter my age. So they got a lineup reveal. I didn't even see that one before. I'll check that in a sec. But yeah, lineup reveal. Tune into the event starting at 11 a.m. PDT, packed with a pre-show. So right now the pre-show is actually going on, but of course it's a pre-show, so it's trash. but you know, just in case you're wondering, Prem, you're not streaming the pre-show. You might see something there. But apparently the post-show gonna be lit though. Apparently the post-show gonna be lit. Let me put on another song right now. I need some lit shit. Hype. Hip hop. No copyright. I need to just have like a playlist on standby, I swear. Like, I'm getting tired of always having to play the same shit. But, you know, it be what it be, you know. You look fine, yeah, sometimes it does that, but it has autofocus on. So, yeah, 1901 boys. I told you, I'm old. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, anyway, tune into the dedicated Ubisoft event with a pre-show and a look at the Ubisoft News team and friends will be playing a Trackmania live on stream, which is what they're doing, which obviously, you know, whatever. Followed by exclusive news interviews and look at our comic content. You can see the pre-show. I clipped the pre-show thing here. What's going to be happening? So it's mainly Trackmania, then the Crew 2, Just Dance, Trials Rising. Trials Rising, I think that's the bike one. I think that's kind of cool actually. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, community gameplay highlights, and obviously got the main event and the post-show. Which the post-show, we're watching that shit because it involves the Assassin's Creed. But yeah. Log into Euclid anytime after Trackmania before the end of the main show to claim a free copy of Watch Dogs 2, which I'll be claiming, and to get a chance to answer trivia questions and win awards. So you got the schedule. CEST is like an hour ahead of my time, so it's like 7:18 here. So it's actually 7 o'clock where I live, where the pre-show starts. 8 o'clock for the main show, and then 45 minutes of that, and then 8:45 will be the post-show where they deep dive further into the gameplay. So yeah. So the main show starts. What's the game guy saying? How many minutes did we make it before the chat was turned into that? The main show starts at 12 p.m. where you can expect the latest games, reveals, and updates from Ubisoft teams around the world. See more from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I didn't even mention that in my go-to list of games. I don't know. I have to see gameplay first. I don't know if Valhalla is going to be in the running for go-to. Like, is it even on the same engine as Origins and Odyssey? If it's a different engine, then there's more hope for it. We'll see. We're going to see Watch Dogs Legion as well, which I haven't played. Watch Dogs 1 and 2, like, I mean, I touched it a little bit because my friend has it, but I didn't really play it properly. Like, I saw him play it. He said that it was like good ideas, but the execution needed work, essentially. But Legion, I've seen the trailers from the previous E3 and it looked kind of cool. I think the pre-show is when you can start to work. No, I think it said after Trackmania, so I think it's like main show before the potential reward. But yeah, Hyperscape, which Hyperscape is Ubisoft. I think they recently revealed it. Ubisoft are making a battle royale. Visually, it looks actually really good, but I don't really be playing battle royales like that. But apparently, and don't quote me on this because I've forgotten, but apparently it's free to play. So if that's the case, I might give it one stream to see what it's about. But since I don't really play that shit, I'm gonna suck ass. But we'll see. And a few other surprises that'll be unveiled during the stream. And don't forget to stick around afterwards for the post-show featuring a deep dive walkthrough of Assassin's Creed Valhalla and a Hyperscape show match. So we're definitely staying for that. We playing the game, we're just chilling. Well, we got 40 minutes till the main event, so I might open something. I do need to test. I want to test if I can get. I know I do this all the time, but I want to test if I can get Origins to work without lag, because I feel like I've got a new method that might actually work this time. If it doesn't work, then the only option is to move to regular OBS, because I'm on Streamlabs, and Streamlabs has more features than regular OBS, but it hogs CPU more as a result. So if you go back to regular OBS, everything's light as fuck. But I don't know if I want to like sacrifice the features of Streamlabs, you know, just so I can get this fucking game working. But we'll see. I'll test this other method and we'll find out. Main show starts. We read that. This year's show is more accessible than ever. For the first time, the stream will not only be subtitled in multiple languages, but also shown with American Sign Language. So only American Sign Language? What about British Sign Language? What about French Sign Language? On the official UbiForward page, so tune in for all the available options. Catch the broadcast on Premier List's YouTube channel, Premier List's YouTube channel, Premier List's YouTube channel, and Premier List's YouTube channel, as well as on Premier List's YouTube channel. Keep your eyes peeled right here at Premier List's YouTube channel for more exclusive content from the show, and join the conversation online with #RamGang. So that's pretty much all we have to see with that. I had this open, but it's already in the article, so I'm gonna check out this lineup reveal. What's up, Yuri? There's actually 4 awards, but the free game is the main award, which you get after watching 1 minute. You get a Watchdog Legion jacket after 20 minutes, and a key pack for Division 2. Premium, you get a new 2D Rayman. I haven't even finished the other 2D Raymans that came out. I bought them on Steam, but like I haven't actually, you know, delved into them. But it'd be nice to get into some Rayman. I grew up on like Tonic Trouble, the discount Rayman, but you know, it's cool. Let's see this lineup reveal. I think it's basically saying what we can expect to see on the day. Is this copyrighted music? You know these people be playing some shit. Yeah, I'm not even putting that music on. Now, the stream probably gonna get copyrighted anyway, but you know, let's not manually do it now. So I think it's telling us what kind of shit we can expect to see at the main event. So that's the Trackmania. We saw Valhalla before. So pretty much just trying to hype you up for it and be like, yo, shit's about to go down. It's about to go down. Main show. Oh, it's that Legion. Oh my god, these visuals are beautiful. Oh my god. I'm so looking forward to Legion. It's gonna look nice. I'm already predicting that there'll be no new Rayman game. And Rayman fans will be upset. We might get a new Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer. Well, I guess we'll see. But man, if they brought back Prince of Persia though. Alright, Rayman's cool and all. But if they brought back the Prince, then you know they mean business. If they bring back the motherfucking Prince, 10 years, a whole decade. Ubisoft are just sitting on IPs that they're not utilizing. God, like, where's the Prince of Persia fan games? Where are the niggas that are supposed to be making Prince of Persia fan... Let me see. There's got to be some Unreal Engine bullshit. Let's see. No, these are just betas. Prince of Persia style castle, Unreal Engine 4. I think someone must have made some kind of castle in Unreal Engine. It's just kind of running through it. I don't think it's like a proper like game, just like a little test thing. But you know, those are good though. But yeah, so the event starts in 37. It says 4. Am I behind on the live? How the fuck did I get that behind? Yeah, I was pretty behind on that.
In between.
Yeah, so beta. Beta is the British pronunciation. Come on, Bradley. You know this. Beta is American, which honestly I be interchanging when it comes to like English versus American like pronunciations of Spanish. I don't really care, but yeah, I still say beta. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, we're gonna test this thing again. I know I test this all the time, but this time I might have a solution. So the reason why Assassin's Creed Origins lags on my stream is a very simple reason. The game is a CPU hog. I was about to say whore and then I switched it to hog. It's a CPU hog. The CPU hog, it rinses your CPU unnecessarily. And Streamlabs requires a certain amount of CPU to function. But the computer always prioritizes the game. So because the game is hogging CPU, there's not enough left for Streamlabs to run. So with an older game that's not hogging all of its CPU, if an older game is hogging like 40%, there's always going to be some left, even if it takes priority. But with a game like Origins, you don't even have that opportunity. So I'm going to use Task Manager. I don't know if this will work, but in Task Manager, you can limit the cores of a program. Like you go on a program and just be like, what is it? Set affinity. Okay, fine. Let me go with something else. And you see, I've got 12 cores, 0 to 11. So what I'm going to do is when I open Origins, I'm going to limit it to only 8 cores, leaving 4 cores free for Streamlabs to do its thing. Not beta, but hey, it's okay. Look, no, I've done this before. We're not doing it again. Look. There's 2 pronunciations. Okay, man. Hold on. Let me off the face cam because my eyes are acting up again. There's 2 pronunciations. This has been a thing that the Americans have been giving me stack for. So look, US English, they say beta, right?
Beta.
That's how they say it. And then if you go to pronunciation, UK.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this Greek letter.
What's this long intro? Get to the fucking point. God damn. Okay, okay. British versus American pronounce. Okay, here we go.
We are looking at how to pronounce.
That's not the same. It's a different video. Oh, for fuck's sake. Which one is this? Let's see.
Beta or beta.
Thank you.
Beta.
Beta is the UK pronunciation. Maybe this video will give it clearer.
In American English. Beta.
Yes.
Beta. In British English. Beta.
What the? No,
Beta.
that's wrong. See, I have no likes. This is wrong. 13 views. No one knows what you. No one cares what you think. Okay. The point is. Okay. The point is, your boy is correct, and let's just leave it at that. Let's just fucking leave it at that. Okay. I grew up here. Okay. We said beta. Like it's not beta, unless you live in America. Fucking go and ride some zebras, man. Like leave me alone. Go and like have some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or some shit. Like, you know, like we out here, like, you know what I mean? Acting like a bunch of beta males right now. Like, oh my god. The video was, she had 13 views and no likes. She was wrong. That's why she has no likes, no subs, dead channel. Okay. The other guy who had more views said beta. He knows what's up, and that's how we're gonna leave it. So, anyway, back to the topic at hand here. Back to the topic at hand. Will you have to watch the event to get Watch Dogs 2? I don't even know the full. I just know that you can claim it during the event. So I don't know how it works, but you know, we'll see how it goes. But we're gonna try this Origins thing and see if I can get this thing to not lag if I do this task manager shit. So expect when I first open it, it's gonna lag, obviously, but then when I go in and do the tweak, well, hopefully it fixes it. Let me close this thing. You guys already know I've corrected you guys, so you don't have to see that no more. Let's open the game and let's see if I can get this thing running properly. Ugh. We got half an hour left to the main show. It's gonna lag. Well, it's gonna lag when I first open it because I haven't applied the fix yet. I'm going to apply the fix afterwards. You guys have to have more faith in your boy. Like, you guys, you can't be like sitting here like thinking that, oh, it's not gonna work. Your boy is out here putting his heart and passion into fixing this lag so I can play this game. I want to stream this game, and the game is like, nope. You know, but the stream's about to jump off a cliff. Wow. They got no faith in your boy. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure the volume levels aren't too in your face, if you know what I mean. Okay, it's already pre-mixed to 35. Alright. So it's gonna lag now because I haven't applied the fix. I want to do a before and after check with the viewers. Okay. Does it lag in the menu though? Because I don't know if it waits till the 3D part. But let me check the resources right now. Actually, let me just move the resources to the second. Look at that, 100% in the menu. Like Ubisoft, optimize your fucking games. What is this? 10 years later, you're gonna be running the shit. And it's gonna be at like 80%. Like, I swear, like that's some annoying shit. The shit should not be at 100% in the menu. Like, what is wrong with them? And they wonder why they're not getting streams from your boy. Okay. To be fair, trust in Ubisoft and not your abilities. Alright. So I'm guessing the lag has already started because I'm looking at the preview window now. Oh, CPU is completely just cocked right now. Why is it taking so long to load? I got a fucking SSD. Dude! What the fuck was that? This is GTA 4. Okay. So it's just lagging right now, I assume. Okay. So now to apply the fix, which I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, I had so much faith in it before. Now that I've seen the lag, I'm just scared again. Okay. My whole CPU is that. My stream gonna cut out if I'm not careful. Okay. Let's go to Origins, which is rinsing the CPU right now. Okay, yep. Origins is rinsing the CPU. Limit the cores to just the first 8. In fact, not even the first 8. Limit to the last 8. Alright. Now I've cocked it. I've cocked its usage. So the percentage should drop. See, it was at 100% before. And now once I cocked the amount of cores, let's show the full one. Now that I've cocked the amount of cores, it's gone down to the 70s, the 60s, right? No, I enjoyed the mobile version of Assassin's Creed 3 with the extra game. They made a mobile version? I have to check that. Okay, but now you see the CPU has gone down because I forced it to only use 8 of my 12 cores, or threads, or whatever you want to call it. So now, hopefully, that should be enough to stop it from lagging incessantly. Chaosity, come on, have faith in your boy, okay? Your boy, look, 68, but it was at 100. It was completely cocked at 100. It's gone down to the 60s and the 70s. Like, literally, Jackson 5 are performing. Like, look, it's just gonna work. You see, it already feels smoother, I think. I'm waiting for the preview to show up. My preview is frozen. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, now it's showing up. Wow. Okay, that's not good. Now the game is lagging on my end, not just on the preview. Because I'm not giving it all my CPU cores. For fuck's sake, this game! Ah! It's so annoying. I actually want to fucking, like, I want to stream this fucking game. And it's just, like, rinsing my resources. Like, ugh, hold on. Can I cap the frame rate or something? Ugh. Let me turn on the FPS limit. Try 30. Try 10. We tried 10. Remember, we tried 1080p and it was still getting cut. Because at the end of the day, there was no frame limit on. So even if you lower the resolution, it would still try and pump out as many frames as possible. I'm going to try the FPS limit now and see if that does anything. I might even go as far as trying 30, but we'll see. Yeah, that is not good. Oh, it's like a PowerPoint presentation. Fuck this game, man. It's gone back to 100. Ignoring rules. Ugh. I see why some of these big streamers, they just be like, you know, they just be, they get like a some people, they get like a second PC to stream. Or they stream with a capture card, which, like, means all the streaming work is done by the capture card. Like, Elgato got this really expensive one. where it's like you put it into like the PC directly. It's not like the USB capture card, and it just like completely just makes it run like completely smooth because there's no hit on your CPU. That's realistically what I should get. I just don't have the space right now to like, or the money to get that, but eventually, you know. Let me try disabling hold on. Let me try disabling, what's this thing called? Let me enable performance mode on OBS. Okay. I've enabled performance mode. Time for that 99. Nah, fuck that Intel shit. We getting a Threadripper in this bitch. We getting a Ryzen 9 next. I'm tired of Intel and their bullshit. The Ryzens are killing shit right now. Let me go back to the menu. Let's cock it down to 1080p, but this time V-sync down to 60. You know what? Let me FPS it down to 30. So I'm gonna do 1080p 30, right? Okay, I can't use that now. 1080p 30 with cores limited. Black. Ugh, sometimes it does that. It just takes ages to get into the game. Yeah, it's in there. Oh, of course, when you put it on 1080p, then the rest of the screen is... Okay, let's check the lag first. If it doesn't lag, then I can just stretch the screen out on editing, on OBS. So ignore the rest of the screen being black for now. We're just checking the lag. If it doesn't lag, then at least we know that I can just stretch that later. That's not a problem. It's on 1080p 30. Oh my god, it's so fucking blurry. Oh, this is why I got a 4K monitor. Are we onto something now? Are we onto something now? Are we onto something, boys? Have we got the solution? Have we got a solution? I'm looking at the preview right now, and it looks playable. It looks playable. Still 30. Well, yeah, it's 30 FPS, but like it's not incessantly like lagging, right? It looks like it's watchable. Like it's not 60 FPS, but you can sacrifice 30 FPS for your boy. Like your boy makes up the other 30 FPS. Okay, it's like the game is 30, your boy is like 210 FPS. Together it's like 240 FPS, right? Still looks like a slideshow. I'm looking at the preview window now. It doesn't look like it's slideshow. It looks like it's running like a 30 FPS game. It doesn't look any more different from like normal. I don't know. I'm looking at it. It just, it is like, okay, it's lagging a little bit. Yeah, it is lagging a little bit. I don't know. Not 240 hertz on, so wow. And someone's saying it looks good. Well, since we're here anyway, we've got like 20 minutes till the event starts. I'm gonna try 4K 30 and see if that works. Just because you know, fuck 1080p. All right. If it's gonna lag the same amount, then you fuck it, might as well. Okay, that's definitely worse. That's definitely worse. That's definitely okay. That bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Let me check the preview. Yeah, that's definitely worse. Alright, okay. I tried. You know, I was being selfish. Look, I know you guys, the stream is in 1080p, so you guys don't care. But I can see the blur. Okay, I was being selfish, but your boy can't do that. Your boy, I can't do that to you guys. I have to sacrifice. I have to sacrifice and play it blurry as fuck. But okay, now let me what's it called? Oh fuck! I didn't. I was trying to click out the game and I just killed a cat. Cause obviously I play with controller, but the game works with mouse and keyboard. So like I tried to click out and I just attacked and I just murdered a fucking cat. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god. Elinityless. Oh fuck. Shit. Alright, where was I? What was I doing? Oh, I was gonna edit the stream template to fit the game. Alright, let's try. I need like a different scene for this to even work. Like I have to like duplicate my current scene. So I'll make a new scene and then put that up here. Put the music back on. Murderulous, selfishuless. Oh my god, it was an accident. Blame the mouse. All right, so if I need to stretch it, then that means I have to take the display and effectively just multiply it by, well, 4. Or I could use window capture actually. Hold on. Yeah, I could do yeah, game capture, and then capture any full screen application. Alright, that should do it, right? And then put it there. Alright, let's test that. That should make it full screen. Okay, hold on. Transform, fit to screen. Okay. Yeah, that should be it. And go back to the chat. Prem hates. Wow. I mean, we've got 17 minutes left. Okay, so it should be full screen now. And the lag should be... Wait, did I disable performance mode? Hold on. I need to make sure I... So many fucking, like, rules just to fucking play this thing. Ugh, God. Let me pause my preview as well. There's barely any time to even play anything. So I had to enable performance mode, run the game at 1080p 30 FPS, use game capture instead of desktop capture, and limit the CPU cores just to get this thing to be fucking... Just to get this thing to be somewhat playable. Like, this is like a lot of effort for like one thing. Meanwhile, if I was on live, I could play it at like, 4K 60 almost. It would still lag a bit to the 50s or whatever, but it was still doable. You know what I mean? Face cam is lagging. Of course it is. Ah! What's happening now? Is it still lagging? Okay, the game is still lagging. I'm tired. The reason I want to fix this so bad is because other games could be like this too. Like, I haven't tested that many games, but like, let me flip back to my shit. Other games could, like, what happens when Cyberpunk comes out? You know, what happens if Crash 4 comes out? Well, that's not coming to PC, so I don't have to worry about that. What happens when like AAA PC games come out and I'm having this problem? Question though, did you listen to the Juice WRLD album? Yeah, I did actually. I gave my thoughts on Twitter. If you want to check that out, I tweeted about it. Wishing Well is goated, put it that way. But yeah, it was a cool album. So sad, man. He was 21. Juice WRLD is probably my favorite artist who was younger than me. You know, like, obviously as someone born in the 90s, I grew up on artists who were born in the 80s, 70s, and even 60s if you include like Jay-Z, E40. So like, when it came to like 90s born rappers, there wasn't many I was listening to. Like, obviously Soulja Boy was born in 1990. He was probably the first 90s born rapper I listened to. And then you got other people like Tyler the Creator, when he dropped like Yonkers and all that shit. And then you had X, Juice, Mac Miller. But yeah, like, yeah, Mac Miller and Juice, in terms of 90s born rappers, those would probably be my two favorites. And then X would come after that. But in terms of those who are specifically younger than me, like, I'm born in 95. Juice is definitely probably my favorite artist that was younger than me. You know, I know that it's gonna mean a lot more to those who grew up listening to him, like people born in the 2000s and shit like that. You know, but for someone who's older than the artist to still get into them, that says a lot about, you know, how they can speak to, you know, your truths and shit. Like, maybe not in the exact same experience, but like the emotion felt and the thought processes behind certain things, you know, still can line up, even if it's not the same vice, is what I'm trying to say, essentially. So that shit's important. Imagine if Crash 4 comes to PC and it's an Epic Game Store exclusive. If they did that shit, I would pirate the game. Okay, I wouldn't do that because that's wrong, is what I should say on stream. But yeah, they better not pull that shit, you know. They're lucky they didn't put it on Switch though, because the Switch emulator is going ham right now. In fact, let me show you this while we're here. Right now, you can play CTR on Switch emulator, and they've added a 60 FPS mod, making this in some weird way the definitive way to play the game. The emulator is called User Early Access. I couldn't get it to work, but you know, just like early emulation, there's like a lot of like things you have to figure out, and I just didn't really put in the time. So I'm sure it would work if I actually tried to do it properly. But as of now, I haven't gotten it working. But yes, you can play CTR at 60 FPS on emulator. Let's get to like a track. Look how smooth that looks. Like, so if they don't port the game to PC and take our real money, we're just gonna emulate the fucking game. So like, Activision, don't be playing with us. I know you do that 1 year shit where you put it on console, then sell it to us again, but it's been over a year since CTR, so it's time to put that bitch on PC. Otherwise, you may not get people's money. That's all I'm saying. What is this guy talking about in the chat? Like, that talking is like so, like, left field. The event starts in 10 minutes, so why does the stream keep lagging back? Is it probably because of the Assassin's Creed game? If Valhalla comes out and I cannot stream it because of their CPU bullshit, I'm going to be mad. I don't want to have to stream it off of console because, well, fuck that shit. Let's be real. Like, I don't want to do that. I have a PC. Why don't want to stream on console? So, you know, we can only hope that I find a fix for this. In fact, let me look at this. I'm gonna go on Elgata's website right now. So this is the one I have now, which is what I use for capturing console stuff. But if you wanted to use it with PC, theoretically you could. So what you'd have to do, I can't use it personally because my PC uses DisplayPort, not HDMI. But let's say I was using HDMI, I would put my computer through the capture card and then to the monitor. Then I'll use the capture card software to capture all my PC gameplay, meaning that there'll be no lag no additional lag. I mean, if the game lags, the game lags, but there'll be no lag from the capturing aspect, and I could stream it with no problems. Problem is, I have problems with the capture card in itself. It's an old capture card, and right now, if you really want to be killing it, this is the one that you need. This one is called the 4K 60 Pro. I logged into Amazon. Hold on. This is the shit that the pro streamers get, right? Capture 4K HDR. Like, I think they even made a new one recently that built upon this. Yep, 4K 60 Pro Mark II. Wait, Mark II is cheaper than this one. This one's $299. But yeah, it's one of them, right? PS4 Pro. I don't know why this one's way more. I don't know which one's the right one, but basically it connects into your PC, literally inside the personal computer. And when you put it in, it does all the processing for you. So if the game was running fine without streaming it, and then now you try and stream it and it fucks up, this will eliminate that. So this is on my radar of things to get, but my current setup, where my PC is, like so far away from the monitor, like I'm gonna have to get some really long HDMI cables for this to even work. And frankly, I don't even, like, it's a pass through, so I don't even know how I'm gonna do it because I use DisplayPort. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, eventually I'll get to that point, but until then, I don't know how I'm gonna handle some of these newer games. I'm so glad we got Crash 4 instead of another remake, because I've seen a lot of fans ask only for remakes, and I'm like, what? Yeah, I guess people want to get their nostalgia off. Maybe they don't trust the company to make a good new game, which is why they keep talking about remakes, you know? But they remade the trilogy, they remade CTR. There's nothing else that people really were begging remakes for, except maybe Crash Bash. I don't know. They added Nitro Kart levels to CTR, so... What are you talking about? The left field comment wasn't for you. Either way, it's still turning the chat into the Sonic. It's still a bit left field, but I actually wasn't talking about you. Nonetheless, that was my twin brother either way. But yes, he did pirate gens on PC when he was younger. Mainly because he didn't have online payment methods because he was in boarding school. But I wasn't even talking about that. So I was talking about the random political comment that showed up in the chat. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see that. So, you know, I thought it was obvious. But if you can't see that, then... Ugh. Anyway. You got 6 minutes till the event. And... oh yeah, I need to get my Uplay ready. What happened to my Uplay? Is it closed? The fuck? I could have sworn I opened Uplay. It's probably Assassin's Creed. Oh my god. It's such poor optimization. People are having problems logging to the user. I already tried to log into mine. Oh, it's logged me out, for fuck's sake. I logged in. Fuck's sake. These motherfuckers. Trying to juice us out here. What do you mean the Ubisoft service is unavailable? I was logged in. You logged me out. You locked off the team. I was logged in. I was playing a game that was Ubisoft required. So Uplay was open. And now you're saying I'm locked out of the servers? Motherfuck. Nah, this is some joke shit. Get me the fuck in. Oh my fucking god. Is Uplay free? It's just a client. It's just like Steam. You don't pay for the client. You pay for the games on the client. So if you want to get Ubisoft games, you get Uplay, and then when you're on there, then you can buy a game. So yeah, they've cocked us out of the ship. You can see people in chat are mad. Nonetheless, yeah, it's pretty much this. I think they knew this was gonna happen. So they're gonna have to like extend the time limit or some shit because otherwise they're taking the piss. Nonetheless, I'm gonna go take a piss, so I'll be back before the event starts, which is in like less than 4 minutes. Ugh. The phrase BRB also means bathroom break. Wow. I cannot believe they just cocked the servers. That is the ultimate fucking cock, like, literally. Just tried to log in. Yep. They cocked us all out because I was definitely logged in, and somehow after I stopped playing Assassin's Creed, my shit was logged out. It was like, what the fuck? They've cocked all of us. And these beats are fire. I've heard this one before, but still. Ubisoft servers are usually trash most of the time. Yeah, but this is the worst time for it to be trash because you put a time limit on a free game and you're gonna cock people, so. Oh, they're doing the countdown now. Alright, let's go. Let's do this shit. Oh, straight into the... Okay, straight...
This is Ubisoft.
This is Ubisoft.
Explore our world.
Meet the devs.
I wonder if they're streaming this at... Are they streaming it at 4K on their thing? I'm gonna check right now, actually.
Hi everyone, I'm Neelam Kumar, and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first Ubisoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Magid.
Who?
Today's show
Where's
is all about
Frankie?
getting up close and
I know she
in-depth
doesn't do
with
this
all the
shit, but,
exciting
you know.
games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
It's a bit loud. Oh, you mean
no time to
the
waste.
stream volume
So
is
let's
getting
head
in the
straight
way
for
of
the
the
streets
prim?
of
My
futuristic
bad.
London.
My bad.
See what the hackers of DedSec are getting into.
How's that?
The illegal paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last
Watch
few weeks
Dogs.
across London are not the
Woo!
work of several people as was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminals suspected to have links with the terrorists.
Is that in game? Hold on. Hold up. What's up, Thunder Spy? It's not in game, right? That's not in game, right? That's not in game, right? Come on. It's not in game.
Recommend not to approach the individual.
Don't play games with your boy. That's not in game.
I came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out.
That's real life footage. It's not in game. No. That's not. That's not in game.
Then
Okay, it really isn't in game. Okay, fine. I was about to say, like,
and I did not speak out.
I was about to say if that was in game, like, I need to upgrade my PC. Fuck. All these resources. Oh shit.
Then they came for the journalists, and I did not speak out.
They did
because I
not
was
speak
a
out.
journalist.
Oh, they got the escalators and the screens on them. Oh, it's so weird having the game actually set where I live. Like,
And then they came
oh
for
my
street
god.
artists, but I did not speak out. Because I am not a street
Someone said
artist.
watch this video. The game's already been announced. There's just more info on it. It's definitely not a mobile game. I don't know which phone can run this. Maybe in 2030, but like, if it ain't coming to Switch, it ain't coming to phone. It feels like this is in-engine though. Like, I mean, it's not gameplay, but it feels like it's in-engine. Unless this is actual real footage, which I can't believe that. I can tell it's not real footage, even though it looks really good. Can you turn the event volume up? No, it's fine. I'm getting mixed signals out here.
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
I'm trying to remember when is Watch Dogs set. Like, I think it's in the future, but like how far? We've got the bridge and everything. Man. The hole in the pocket. Oh my god, it feels so surreal.
London is in chaos. The main arteries through the city are blocked. Hundreds of heavily
It feels exactly. It feels so close to home. It's like wow. Like usually games are set in other locations. I'm just like they got the escalators in the train station with the portrait screens. Like they got the posts with the weird names.
Costume party.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents.
Reclaim your future. The humans didn't look realistic there, but I guess that wasn't the intention.
I'm Clint Hawking.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at Ubisoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto Mielgo that was inspired by Watch Dogs Legion.
I mean, everyone's pretty much close to
looks
London if you're
at
in
the
the
game
south.
and the universe and the characters through his incredible artistic vision and visual style.
The city needs a resistance.
Like the film, Watch Dogs Legion
now we're
tells the
in-game.
story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive change. You can literally recruit and play anyone who you see in the open world. You profile people that are interesting to you. You help them with their
Camden.
play their origin mission.
Just help me get some closure and I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a DedSec problem. Leave it to us.
And that's how you recruit them into
None of
your
those
team.
voices are
And then
wrong,
they
though.
become the heroes of the game and the stars of your story.
And what are you doing in my flat?
That's
You
more
with Albion?
accurate.
Please, think more underground.
That was
Albion? I'm tickled, but think more underground.
wow. The variation.
Yeah, right, I'm Che Guevara. You're done.
You
And
don't
it
know,
makes the
eh?
story not only unique to them, but unique
Pagan.
to you as the player and personal to you because they're heroes that you've chosen and invested in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd
They
say,
got the road. I swear,
take care
like
of yourself,
I was
stay
literally, I was
safe.
like, I was waiting for the roadman accent. The first one wasn't road. I was like, nah, this ain't it. Give us the roadman.
London town.
I need to hear some drill on this shit. Like,
Built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up. And one night
London
to
Eye in the
tear it
background
all
as well.
down.
Oh my god. Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
Wait, they're calling the place Albion.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could
Where's the
possibly
drill
go
though?
wrong?
I swear.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.
There's a
Nigel
bigger D in this
Cass,
bitch, like.
CEO of Albion. He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize this.
He will stop at nothing to permanently control the city.
London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken
Yo,
a
they got the
liking to this
underground
fair
there as
city.
well.
Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful
Imagine
crime
Boris
syndicate
in this
in
game.
London.
Oh god.
Be sure and spread the word.
She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
I can just imagine them just picking people up of Jeremy Kyle just to come and do the voice acting for this. Like, you sound fitting for this character. Come do some voice work.
It now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns
Some guy
out.
gonna call it to you in the whole boat.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets
Oh my god.
can be recruited
It's gonna be some
into
crazy
your team.
shit.
Like him.
We got the guys in the outfits with the long black shit.
Or even her. Everyone could become your next secret weapon. In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into
Nigel
Albion
Farage?
headquarters
Oh, sorry, Nigel
inside
Cass.
the Tower of London.
Straight
All
from
the hardy
ITV, I
souls
swear.
you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes. Mikey. Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction
Oh,
worker,
fucking
he has
hell.
a particular set of tools that make him handy.
And wow. Ow. Ow. Ow.
He can even call his own cargo drone.
Holy fuck.
Perfect for gate crashing, when you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
Why all the characters speak in the Queen's English? Like only 5% of people speak. I don't think all the characters speak in the Queen's English. I'm hearing that more Cherry accent as well. You know, I'm hearing that more EastEnders kind of shit. Like, not
Perhaps
everyone
we
is
can approach
speaking
this
Queen's
mission
English here.
differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered.
But there are quite a few speaking that.
Amy is a drone expert,
What have we here?
a real tech connoisseur.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
What an adorable creepy crawler.
Here we are. Let's class the place up.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast and
Honestly, this looks
stealthy.
way more hype than Cyberpunk.
She hit.
I'm reading
Like,
incoming
Cyberpunk
drones.
looks visually good and the environment is good, but the gameplay looks dead. Whereas here, the gameplay actually looks more interesting.
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor. And if you are not
What's
in
this
the
game
direct
called? It's in the top
confrontation,
right.
There are more
Watch
ways
Dogs
than
Legion.
one to get the job done.
Albion contractor.
Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging.
Riel.
But it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
Okay, maybe there are more people than usual speaking Queen's English. Fine. There's a lot. There's actually quite.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the defense minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
They better let me play as a roadman though. Holy fuck.
Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
Organ farming operation?
That's good. The buyers expect high quality stuff.
And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
There we go. That's not Queen's English. There are some.
Mickey. The man lives for his team.
We still have to hear that other accent. I think the northern one, like that. I don't know. Stop talking to me. We need that. We need that.
He does have a slight.
We ain't got guns. Just give me a shank. You'd be surprised though. More guns in the UK than you think. Obviously, nowhere near US levels, but still, like it's still there.
You know what?
Need a Geordie, like, yeah. People
professional.
think True Geordie is his name. that his name is Geordie. They don't actually know that.
It's almost.
It's funny. It's funny to me. But Americans don't really know much about British culture. British people know more about American culture than American people know about British culture. The only thing they know about Britain is like Harry Potter and the Queen.
Some might even call him an artist.
How long is the event? 45 minutes for the main show, and then there's going to be a post show after that shows more gameplay. So I'll be watching the post show as well.
Here's the bastard responsible. Done and dusted.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Yeah, Logan Paul calls him. Like, most people call him Geordie, yeah.
A legendary assassin or a super spy, but
yeah, honestly, like in terms of gameplay, like maybe I'm a bit biased because I like this environment a lot, but I just feel like the gameplay here seems more interesting than Cyberpunk by far. Cyberpunk just seems like an FPS with a few bells and whistles, whereas this you still have shooting, but it feels like because it's the third game, right? Cyberpunk is the first of its kind. I feel like it's got first game syndrome, whereas this is like they had the first Watch Dogs, which was a bit, you know, and they had the second one, which improved some things. October 29th. It's like now they finally got it.
Living, breathing city, teeming with unique locales and characters, has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
So what goes into building those worlds? Here's Amanda Munt to tell us more.
Amanda, tell us more. Oh.
My name's Amanda Munt. I'm a level artist on Watch Dogs Legion at Ubisoft Toronto. Being a level artist, I think, is the coolest job in video games because we do get the freedom to kind of like pick and choose what little details we want.
What does that mean?
And
you don't have to make gameplay simple to focus on story. You can make a good story and still have, you know, more in-depth gameplay.
I don't see why to hide things and,
one is
you know,
mutually
like small
exclusive.
little Easter eggs. In AC Unity, there was a boat somewhere in the world that was covered in cats. And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2. And there may or may not be something in London that is a boat filled with cats in some capacity.
So they're gonna make this the AC?
I was fortunate enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London. So no matter where I dropped them in the city,
PS5 is backwards compatible. So
you know, this feels like
you know, if you get it on PS4, then it's gonna work on PS5, right? Isn't that the whole point?
Some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it. Like that feels so good as somebody who, you know, builds these worlds with care.
I'd rather have a bland story and complex gameplay than the other way. I mean, it's a balancing act. You don't want a shit story, you know. But I can handle a 7 out of 10 story if the gameplay is a 9. And I can also handle 7 out of 10 gameplay if the story is a 9 as well.
In just a few
below
weeks,
7,
you'll be
it's
able
like
to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS and Android devices.
iOS and Android? cares about this shit. Valhalla.
3, 2.
Oh look,
1.
it's Ubisoft Smash Bros. I've literally never heard of this. Is this new or? They're literally making mobile Smash. Ah. They're making mobile Smash. Are you shitting? Are you serious right now? Like August 6th. It was on PC and console at 24. Okay, so it's an old game. Alright, never mind.
Whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go, or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy franchises in gaming, we've got you covered.
Hawks? Splinter Cell? The fuck is this? For Honor? No, it's not For Honor. Ugh. Join the battle for Erathia. Yeah, this looks dead. Well, she doesn't look dead, but you know, the game looks dead. Yeah, well, no, this ain't getting copped.
The target is being held on the ground floor.
Elite Squad. What's this? There's a lot of Ubisoft IPs I don't be following. We know they still, you know, they have to show Valhalla, right? So they show Watch Dogs, but they gotta show Valhalla. So it's not dead yet. The 45-minute presentation, we're 18 minutes in. So there's shit that needs to be seen. Oh no, yeah, also Hyperscape as well, the battle royale.
Contact! Moat chain is down. Request air support.
Is this gonna be
Target
a PC Gamer show?
rooftop.
Oh no, that was filled with so many lame jokes and cringy puns. And it was like, show one game for like 5 seconds and then dwell on it with an interview. This is to the point.
Get back in your cell. Hey, take this.
Don't make me regret this.
Speaking of Tom Clancy, it's been 5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched, and the
I'm sure they
community has
confirmed they're
never
gonna
been
show.
stronger.
Yeah, they already confirmed
In
that they're showing
celebration
it.
of this milestone,
It's gonna get
Ubisoft
shown.
Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the amazing players and developers that have helped Siege become.
That's
the
probably why
game
they
it
didn't
is
show
today.
gameplay at the Xbox event. They wanted to save it for their own event, get the views. Rainbow Six Siege, meh. Nothing against the game or anything. Just I'm not
In
too into the
December
FPSs.
2015, a small team released Rainbow Six Siege. A game built on a strong vision, creativity, competitiveness, and team play.
Pour le joueur, le 1er décembre, c'est un début, mais pour nous aussi. Il faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
This is such a special moment, and being at 1 year anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever, more players today than we had in the past, it means the world to us.
But we also
Hope
had our
GTA
share
6
of
gets announced
challenges.
on the latest stream. The rumors have. I don't think 6 is getting announced for a while because they already just announced that they're putting 5 on next gen. How are they gonna announce 6 when they want to sell you 5 on PS5 and Series X? They're probably gonna milk 5 for another year or so.
We're always driven by you, our community, and together,
especially since like the graphics of next gen will always get better after the first year or so. So they're probably gonna wait and drop it in like 2021, 2022. You know. Frame, have you enabled your pause because you're lagging a bit? I only limited the pause on Assassin's Creed Origins, so everything else is still the same. So the pause shouldn't be different.
Tous les succès, c'est vraiment le résultat de autant de nous que de vous. Ce jeu, il est autant le vôtre qu'il est le nôtre, nous, l'équipe de développement.
Now 60 million players strong, we're just getting started.
2022 sounds far, but actually ain't.
From the devs that
I mean, it's less than 2 years away if it's like early 2022.
Thank you.
Still a pretty long wait though, but you know, we'll have Spider-Man, Crash 4, Watch Dogs.
If you haven't tried it yet,
Cyberpunk.
dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update available now and take Ace and Malusi out for a spin.
A few days ago, we introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter. Now, it's time to venture into the hyperscape.
So this is the Battle Royale they were talking about, right? Yeah, if they're doing Hyperscape now, then have they shown Ghost Recon? If they're doing Hyperscape now, then Valhalla is definitely going to be lost. They'll show it off last, then they'll go into the post show and show more.
Wait, what was that?
Definitely not in game, is it? This is not in
That's
game.
not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our future started
Global
to be
crisis
true.
imminent.
We made some good decisions.
So what? Is it 2020?
We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions. So
2054.
here we are. 10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities. But the people at Prisma changed everything. They gave everyone a way out. The Hyperscape.
The Hyperscape?
In the Hyperscape, the biggest draw by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can become someone.
Is it like a virtual city or something? Because like you're in the game, you're like inside a game, basically. Some Matrix level shit, like Inception shit. It's like the future of gaming. It's like instead of playing an FPS on the screen, you go into the world and you're playing it. Man, I really hope I live to see this shit.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt. Users disappearing from the real world. A darker secret lies at the heart of Hyperscape. And we have to find it. Some of us are searching for a way up. Some of us for a way out. And for others, a new way altogether. That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the Hyperscape.
I'm JC, Creative Director on Hyperscape.
Alright, let's see
JC's
some more
work
info
on Far
then.
Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a
He's
top
worked on
creative
Prince of
here
Persia
at Ubisoft.
titles.
For me, what's exciting
The fact that you're bringing that up means that you expect us to know what Prince of Persia is. And if you know that we know what it is, then you should be announcing some shit.
Contender. Welcome to the Hyperscape.
The game takes place in 2054. It's in a future where humanity
French
has
accents
gone
are
a
lit
little
though, no
darker.
lie.
One of the companies there, they are launching what's called the Hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city.
There is
of
a
Neo
battle
Arcade.
royale. Those ATMs, wow.
Then we also introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow, much more stressful. You get to go to the landmarks where there's more.
I'm not really that into these battle royale games, but I'll admit this one looks nice, like visually. Like I like the aesthetic.
We introduce the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself. You can wrap yourself into a ball and bounce around the battlefield.
I might even learn how to play one of these battle royale. I might learn this game.
That are toys that you can play with. And finally, it's made as a spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to interact with the game on different levels through the Twitch extension. So every few minutes, there's going to be a vote, and viewers will be able to decide what effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity, infinite ammo, or stuff like that. So players, while this happens, really have to adapt to
So
all
the
kinds
players
of
are now
stuff
going to
that is
be
happening.
involved in the experience when they're watching someone stream the game.
So for me, it's really exciting because right now, as we speak, we're launching the open beta, and so it's going to be available for free-to-play for all PC players worldwide. And I really want to thank all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech test and who will participate in the open beta. Here's a short glimpse of what you can expect.
Is it free to play permanently or just for the beta? This looks good. It does look more interesting than Fortnite, I think. Which is not to rag on Fortnite because it's popular. I mean, I don't think Fortnite looks bad or anything. Maybe I just got bored of seeing it so much because I used to watch it. But I do like this environment a bit.
Let's show them what I'm made of. Go time.
Watch closely.
Oh, they got like springs and shit as well. I'm actually semi-tempted to learn this game. Of course, I'm just gonna get July 12th. Yeah, 30 day. But of course, I'm just gonna get destroyed because people that are good at battle royales are just gonna play it and figure it out.
The digital world of the Hyperscape gave our artists and developers incredible freedom when it came to designing characters.
Production manager Ana Maria Musca is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
My name is Ana Maria Musca. I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on Hyperscape. We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to our characters. We switch.
What up going there again?
Fashion
Bradley.
statements, different tattoos, different.
You're from the United
materials.
Kingdom,
We see
right?
them as real
You
individuals,
should know
as
this.
real
You've been watching
people.
too much
So the
American
second
media.
You pick a character, you see them in game.
Put
you
down
understand what their
the
motivations
friends
are and what drives them and what
and
challenges
load up
them.
the in-betweeners, okay?
This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but even starting from the hair down, everything has been meticulously thought of. Would this person actually like this type of outfit? Would this person enjoy the type of tattoos that
Is that
we're
her
putting
in the
on them?
game?
Will they actually like to be in this body? Each season, we plan to produce new outfits for these characters. So we're hoping some of our players are gonna see the effort and maybe even correlate some of the accessories to what's gonna happen in the game. We're very excited to see
You
it
don't
in
watch
people's hands.
TV. I mean, it's a new generation now. You watch people online.
As we move into the next generation,
You watch your
of
boy.
gaming, Ubisoft
That's all that
is working
matters, right?
closely with console
Season
makers
3
to take advantage
of
all
Premulous.
the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a little more.
Put down the Friends though, don't even tweet. That's a quote.
Hey, everyone.
I love
Phil
Friends.
Spencer
I'm just saying, like,
With
that was the
Watch
first
Dogs
American show that came to my mind.
Ubisoft is supporting
I should have
smart
used something
delivery.
more current, more
So you will
recent.
get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before. Ubisoft has a unique ability to create immersive worlds.
What are they talking about now?
Setting a new bar that continues to drive our industry.
Is this the Xbox dude? Like, why is he here?
I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
I love the time
Let's
I
go.
spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
Okay, this better be better than Odyssey.
All right. We know you've been waiting to hear more about this game since it was announced back in April.
Yes,
and
you
now
know.
it's time for a deep dive into the world of Vikings.
Woo!
My name is Julien Laferrière, and I'm the producer of Assassin's Creed
Name's
Valhalla.
what?
So a couple of weeks ago, we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the reaction from the fans was just amazing. The time period of Vikings is really, really inspiring.
Okay.
When we did our research, we found that, you know, they were not mindless barbarians. Vikings were actually farmers trying to find new lands for them to settle. And so they had really human motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind of separate ourselves from the myths and the folklore is really something that drove us to make this game. The team went to Norway and England to take the same roads that the Vikings did to really
I thought that was real
experience
in-game
what
for a
it
second. I was
meant
like,
to be
what?
a Viking at that time. And then leaving Norway, which is barren but majestic, and just coming by boat in England and see those rolling green hills full of sheep,
Rolling green
full
hills.
of life, is just this moment that most likely the Vikings felt as well. You need to see this land of opportunity. And this is exactly the
Assassin
feeling
and the Viking era,
we
they're
want
on this.
players to experience.
Well,
in
aren't they
this
just
game.
Vikings? They're not assassins. They're just using the assassin name because
It
IP
is a
big
personal adventure.
sells copies.
You know, it is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain. Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game. They will have to leave Norway to settle in England because you just can't live in Norway anymore. There's too much political pressure, no resources available. Obviously, in England, it's full of Anglo-Saxons and other people, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your clan prosper.
Oh, clan prosper. All right.
Vikings were brutal warriors.
Shield!
Holy
And
fuck.
the fact that they were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system, to leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only fighting face to face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat that you can imagine.
They're showing
coming from
old
the
footage.
Vikings.
Give us the new shit, okay? Give us that new shit. Vikings weren't brutal.
We are very happy to
They
finally
didn't say they
be
weren't
able to
brutal.
show
They
you
just
the
said that there
game
was
we're all been
human
working
reasons
on.
behind it or
So
something.
please enjoy this deep dive into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay, it's time. It's 8:34. It means there's 11 minutes left. So we're now going in game. It's time. This is what we're waiting for.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England.
Viking invasion of England. We're getting a lot of England-y games
A
recently.
Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors
Right, in-game.
across the North Sea to the British Isles. Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
Alright. I'm already feeling my CPU hit 100% just by looking at this.
Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties. A land of opportunity and riches.
Maybe it's the stream quality, but these
As
graphics
you
could be
prowl
better.
England's rivers
Like, we
by
just saw
long
Watch Dogs.
shots, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline. Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle.
Maybe it's the low resolution bit. I don't know, but I feel like, you know, maybe at 4K it'll look nicer, but it's not because it's set in the past. I just feel like graphically something's missing.
crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies,
Right.
battering down doors, and stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms. Whatever riches and resources you pillage,
That's the female
you'll use to
Abel.
develop your settlement, giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the heart of your settlement is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game.
Alright. Take a look at the combat.
Every archetype offers a unique challenge.
Mash,
Some will coordinate
mash.
with their allies
Wow.
for special attacks.
That's not a good
while
look,
others
telling
will
us
use
to
nearby
mash.
objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors. To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand. Take the fight to your foes with a host of brutal
Ooh, I like
new
that.
combat
That running
abilities.
thing.
Snare them with the Viking harpoon.
Oof. I like the
Pummel them
snow
with
as well.
throwing axes. Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance, or finish them off. Dual wield any two weapons you wish to unleash a deadly combination of attacks.
Okay, it's definitely on the same engine
Customize
as
your
Origins and
fighting
Odyssey.
style as you see
You can
fit,
tell.
and become a legendary Viking warrior.
Where's the parkour? Oh, I'm guessing you haven't played the later
All
AC
combinations
games.
of weapons are available to dual wield.
I'm
including
sorry
two
to tell you,
shields.
but they forgot about that shit. Like, what, the Ezio trilogy was the peak of parkour in the series.
Not
So if
all
once you get past
situations
that, you
call
will feel
for
the pain.
violence. In this new land, a Viking must find a way to adapt. As Eivor is not welcome in
I
England,
feel the Assassin's Creed games.
you may
that's
need
it.
to
It's
outsmart
it's
your
it's not
enemies,
really an Assassin's
avoiding
Creed game.
unwanted
That's what I was
attention
saying.
in towns and
It's a
bustling
Viking
cities.
game, but they're using the name of AC because it sells.
Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds, and slip past watchful eyes.
Which ironically is
An
how
unseen
Assassin's Creed
hunter
started. It
among
was
the
going to be
people.
Prince of Persia Assassins, but then they actually gave it a new name. They almost made it a Prince of Persia game.
From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure. Hunt and forage.
Yeah, it's
to
definitely on
replenish
that
your
Origins
fortified
Odyssey
equipment.
engine. The whole vibe, the gameplay, the visuals. It definitely feels like it's along those same
Search pagan
lines.
temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement. The more you explore, the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
This is making you want to play. Ugh.
But as you push deeper into England,
I know the feeling.
the enemy will push back. In a series of climactic moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Today, we will reclaim her. Today, we fight for your land. And tomorrow, we rebuild.
I still think this
Assassin's
looks
Creed
more.
Valhalla
This looks a
will
bit more interesting than
transport you
Odyssey,
to
though.
wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths and England's pagan roots. It will challenge and surprise, with unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic losses, giving you the chance to live your own.
This is The Witcher.
Viking saga.
I mean, since they went the Origins route, I don't know if you played Origins, but the Origins engine, since then it's been on some Witcher shit. Like they've been making comparisons. They would set as like RPG kind of elements. Like there's a reason why the Ezio trilogy is goated. There's a reason why everyone says the Ezio trilogy is goated. November 17, so it's probably going to be next gen as well then.
9th century England is truly unlike anything the franchise has seen before. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will release this holiday season on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5,
There we go.
Xbox One, PS4,
There we go.
PC, and Stadia.
So you're going to put it on Stadia?
We're
They
close
don't
to
put it on
wrapping up today,
Steam?
but before we go, our CEO, Yves Guillemot, is here to share a few words.
You missed the hidden blade. I mean, they showed the hidden blade in the previous trailer.
I
so.
hope you will have enjoyed what you have seen today. and that you will love playing these games. I'm proud of our teams for delivering an ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games. And we haven't shown you everything yet. In fact, we have a lot more to come. So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share with you.
What is that? The eye. What's this eye? Oh, this is the thing with Giancarlo. It's like a fucking movie. Someone said Rayman. Yes, this is the Rayman intro. Oh. People saying Far Cry. I haven't played Far Cry, so I can't really tell. I could already tell this music's gonna get copyrighted though. I'm gonna have to feel that. I almost want to play it just because Giancarlo's in it. It got leaked. Oh, okay. It's not like the outfits they wore in Breaking Bad. The yellow, like, you know. What is Far Cry about again? Because I forget. Like, I know someone who plays that, but I've literally forgotten what it's about. Is it an FPS? Far Cry 6. Alright, so no like gameplay or anything, it's more of a teaser kind of thing. Open world, but like open world what? Like shooter, like, you know, direct combat, like what is it? Oh, there's more.
It's beautiful, amigo.
Yeah, that's Giancarlo.
Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
I thought you said give me your ass. I was like, what?
Papa.
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic
His
parts.
likeness is so well
The
done.
shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
What are you doing?
Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me.
What the fuck is he doing? It's an
Now-
open world FPS. Oh, okay, yeah. That's probably why I didn't play it. I'm trying to think why I didn't play it. It's like, yeah.
I am El Presidente.
I want to play this one just because of Giancarlo.
You will be El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise,
Torn apart by opinions.
indecision,
Sounds real.
by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong. They will answer you with screams, call you evil, a monster. monster and give you this. So you tell me.
God, is that?
Are you in?
Is that CGI? Because his likeness is so well done. It can't be some in-game shit. It's definitely CGI.
Because our country is like this grenade, except it has two basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom.
Very interesting analogy.
You understand now? Brilliant.
February 18th, 2021. It's kind of weird for a first-person shooter. That trailer doesn't give you the, it doesn't tell you that it's that.
And with that, we're wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward. Today, we've seen the next generation of
It
Assassin's
can't just be
Creed,
me who feels like the AC
the birth
graphics
of
are
a
behind
resistance
everything
in
else.
Watch Dogs Legion,
Like, look at Watch Dogs and look
the
at
cyber
Valhalla.
Hyperscape, and the epic reveal
Even
of Far Cry's
Hyperscape.
newest installment, along with so much more.
Remember, we'll be back later this
Far
year
Cry games
with
are
another
very story
Ubisoft
heavy.
Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
Alright, so they're gonna go into the post-show for like more shit. Oh. Straight into it, okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Ubisoft Forward post show.
Yeah,
My name is Yusuf
post-show.
Hadid, and this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're gonna take a deep dive
AC
into
is
about
probably
30
gonna be a
minutes
much
of
bigger
gameplay,
game, though.
and we're joined by a
I mean,
very special
I don't
guest
think
here.
Watch Dogs Legion is gonna be a small game.
This is Philip
You know,
Bergeron,
it looks like
otherwise
it's gonna
known
be
as
pretty
Fizz.
big.
I am the quest director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
So Fizz, we're setting up here for
I
what
just
looks
think
like
they're
an
using the
epic
same
encounter.
engine
Tell us
as
exactly what's going
Origins
on.
that they've been using for Origins
Yeah,
and
so
Odyssey,
here
and now
we're
this.
midway
You can
through
tell in the
quest
gameplay and the
that
menus and
we're
everything.
showing, for UbiForward. Here we're looking at the assault of Berg Castle. So these are big moments that usually sort of culminate at the end of the story. And so here
I just feel like there's a graphical thing missing. It doesn't feel. It doesn't really feel next gen like the other games feel like a bit more like superior graphically. I don't know.
His clan.
I get that this is set in the
who
past. It's not
exactly
going to have
is
all the
Rued,
futuristic
and
shit,
why
but
does
still.
Eivor sort of want to pick a fight with him?
Basically, Rued comes into play about halfway
This looks
through the
20
story arc.
It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't
at the
look
beginning
current enough.
of the arc, this
Like-
is something that happens before.
And
Rued
it's
basically
comparing
caused
it to
a lot of
things
turmoil
within the same
territory,
stream.
and
So
Oswald, who's
it's
the sort
directly
of
comparing it. I'm just like,
eldament to
this is
be
graphically
to inherit
behind.
This territory needs your help to.
Which, like, not to
take
be a
him down.
graphics horror or
Oswald
anything, but
having
still.
just been defeated
If that
in
was
a
the only
previous quest,
problem,
and
maybe
so
I'll
here
make it
this is
work. But
Revenge,
it's like,
but also accomplishing your ultimate goal.
it's
So
still
Fizz, as you're
following
talking,
that
we're
same
seeing some of the
RPG-ish path
combat
of the other games,
Valhalla.
and then
Can
they
you tell
sell
us a
you
little bit about the changes
microtransactions
to combat this time
to speed up the
wanted to,
grind.
Basically add a lot of new mechanics
Low res
to it.
textures.
So we
Exactly,
added
it's that.
some
It's the
dual wielding
it's
for
the low
player,
res
like a
textures.
stun system in there. And we really needed to do this to
Something's
sort of
just
portray
missing
that sort
from
of
it. Like,
the
I can just
brutality
tell.
that comes with being a Viking in this day and age. So it
Like,
sort
I'm
of
not a
fits in
graphics
with
expert, but you just look at it and you're like, this does not look as current gen as the other stuff they showed.
Oswald. He lives.
Oswald lives!
Eivor, is that you? Shut your ass, twig spine.
Here,
Twig
Eivor has
spine,
taken
wow.
her entire army through the assault, and finally, it's revealed that our
I noticed that
Eldman,
too,
our
it's the
ally,
lighting
Oswald,
and
is
the
still
people
alive,
models.
and Rued has
There's a
been
lot of
captured.
things. The people don't look next gen. The lighting doesn't look next gen. The textures are low res. Yeah, look at that face. Like, that's almost PS3 shit.
Come and get him.
I mean, I get it's a work in
Now that
progress.
we've
I know that they
seen
be rushing
Oswald
these
is alive,
games.
We have Rued within our sights.
Like, if the game
What's
is
the next
coming
step
out
here?
in
So the
November,
next move for
and they
Eivor
started
is
working
to
on it like last
finally
year. I don't
face
know.
off against
Maybe
Ruud.
they just haven't
She has her
optimized it
allies, they
visually
can
yet.
take
Maybe
care
that's
of the rest
why
of the army.
it looks like
now
that.
it's time to go one-on-one.
Because I mean, we were begging them for
against
gameplay last
in
time,
one
and
of
they
our boss
probably
battles,
just looking like this now. Can only imagine how Arsenal was looking back in the Xbox event that I streamed. So maybe they were just like, people want gameplay, you have to show them something.
What we're showing is the player,
Maybe in like 3
going
months or
facing off
so,
against Ruud
it will look
aggressively.
better. I don't know.
We tend to
But right now,
always
this is
have
looking a bit.
to support
It's looking a bit mid.
360 degree approach in these things. So the player could have approached this a little bit more stealthy and gotten at least like a good critical hit.
Gameplay wise,
on either Ruud or
like I'm not gonna
and so you
compare
can
it to
play this a
Ezio
little bit more
Trilogy because
strategically
that's
if
pointless.
that's
Ezio
your
Trilogy is
playstyle.
goated. But if I
So we're
compare
not
it
only
to
fighting
its
Ruud
peers
here,
like
but also
Origins and
the pet
Odyssey,
wolf, right?
I probably
Your-
think I
one
would
of my
like this
preferred
game more
strategies
than
is to
Odyssey,
eliminate the wolf
but not
first.
more than
Just focus
Origins.
fire on
I really
him.
did
It
like
takes at least one
Origins. I
opponent
like
out
Bayek
of
a
the
lot.
combat.
So it'll
Now,
probably
Ruud
go
will
Origins, then
have
this, then Odyssey.
extra
Out of
abilities
those
that come
three.
into play if you do eliminate his wolf. But I think having one opponent less in the battlefield makes for
But yeah,
a
that,
good strategy.
AC has changed so much. It's not even worth comparing this to Ezio. It's such a completely fundamentally different game. Like to compare this to Ezio Trilogy is futile. Ezio Trilogy was its own thing, and I mean AC3 was kind of similar to Ezio Trilogy, but then like Black Flag, and then it became a whole different series. Essentially, it was hard to even compare these games.
Why don't they should be roomed, wolf-kissed? Made thralls, not treated as equals. We are better than this. Than all
I'd
of
still
them.
play it. I mean, I'll give it a play.
Down to the sewage you wallow in. We just had Dane fight tooth and nail for a sanction.
But it's sad when you get info with a new AC game and you think, man, I want to go back and play Brotherhood.
These wastrels, these arrogant swine.
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly.
I really wonder what everyone else is
Alright,
saying.
so
I'm
we
gonna quickly
defeated
check
Ruud,
Twitter right
we
now.
freed Oswald. What comes next?
I need to see what people are saying about
Oswald in this
Valhalla.
case prefers for Ruud to be kept alive, and so you basically have to choose: are you going to go against his wishes?
I cannot
or
be the
to
only
stay
one
true to your
saying
nature?
this.
So we have this choice to make, but before we get into that, I want to rewind a little bit because we just did this big grand assault, but Eivor couldn't have done it alone. She clearly had to recruit some folks along the way, get some troops, get some allies. So let's actually rewind and see how we went about first gathering those troops.
Right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
When coming up to an
people
assault,
are
it's a
bringing
game
it
of
up.
numbers.
People are bringing it up
Eivor
on Twitter.
can
They're
go
bringing up the
into pretty much
graphics.
any location.
Because I was
and
thinking, I'm
be,
like, am I just
be
being
stealthy
ungrateful? I was like,
Viking,
no,
eliminating
something's
some
up.
of the
Like,
assets, which ultimately
graphically.
would be a strategy. You can do that, and you'll have some of the ingredients or of the assets there that will have been sabotaged, but you still need an army. So here what we're seeing is Eivor going around the countryside and raising what we call a fyrd, which is the men and the women of the territory who come up
Still,
and
though,
fight
the
in the
Viking
name of a
thing is
king.
enough
So
for me.
here,
The
Eivor
problem
is
with the
going around
Viking
and
thing
trying
is
to
that it's
convince
not really
people to fight
assassins.
in the name of
It's
Oswald
just
to
using the
finally
name.
take down the
They
oppressor.
could have made a new franchise and focused it on Vikings and done something cool.
Will you not do
But
the
they
same?
wanted to just capitalize on its AC.
Defense of a lost cause.
Yeah, so she's really using like the image and like the leadership that Oswald had, what he meant to the people in his name. She's going to recruit these people.
Pretty words, Dane. But the men of Theovard have their own battles to fight.
So we're told by this Reeve that there are troops, there are allies that he could add to our cause, but first we sort of need to do him a favor. Is that right?
Do you know what this looks like? This is the perfect.
Obviously
This is
these
the
people have
perfect
been run down
explanation
by Ruud
for
and
the graphics of this
impact
game.
he's had on the territory.
It looks
So
like
I think a lot of these people
they
have
took
sort
an
of
early
lost hope.
PS3
And
game
so you need to
and then
show them
remastered
that there
it
is hope.
for early
And so here,
PS4.
Eivor is
They took a
basically
game that came out in
helping them
like
take back
2009
their
and then
prized
like in
locations,
2013
by
remastered
taking
it
a
on the
couple
same
men
engine
and
but for
raiding
PS4.
a
Added a
nearby,
few little bells and whistles,
township,
but it's ultimately just a
basically taking it back
remastered
for the
PSP.
people
That's
and
what this
showing
looks like.
that there's a reason to continue fighting and then get them on
They
your
should
side.
have gone ancient Japan like Ghost. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima streams when it comes out because I'm fucking with the game, and you know, since it's a console exclusive, I don't have to worry about lag on games because clearly I can't stream Origins, so you know.
When Eivor does this,
And
obviously
ninja
you have
assassins
access
could
to
be
a
awesome,
full suite
but
of
ninjas aren't
abilities.
assassins
So,
though.
again,
Like
the improvements
well,
that
they
we've
call
done
it
to the
Assassin's
system,
Creed. It should be
you have
about
some brutal axe
assassins.
throwing in there.
It's like you can't just
have
make everything
archery or,
Assassin's
like,
Creed.
range
You
combat
can't just take
abilities in
roadmen
there
and
as
do
well.
roadmen Assassin's
So really,
Creed.
again,
They're not
like,
assassins.
depending on what your
They're
playstyle
roadmen.
is, you can
You know what I mean?
customize
Like
your loadout and go in there.
it's just like
how
using
you
the
wish.
AC name to just, you know, to slap it on anything and call it a day. This should have been its own IP. Realistically,
We just saw this giant pulse go out. What exactly was that?
Remastered?
So that
You
is
mean
actually-
remake?
is what we
No,
call
I
the
mean
Golden Sight.
remastered.
The
I mean,
Golden Sight is
it looks
basically
like
our
a
interpretation
PS3 game
of the,
that was
Eagle
remastered onto
Vision from
PS4, not
previous
remade.
games, and we
It
thought
looks
it
like
was
they
good
took a
to sort of
PS3
bring that
game,
back.
added
It's
some
basically
bells and
Evor's
whistles in the
intuition, how she
engine,
perceives
and
the
then
world.
put it
When
on
the player
PS4.
uses that, you can
Like,
it'll
definitely not
highlight
remake.
basically interactive objects, like things that will bring her an advantage. So we'll have arrows, like health consumables that are in there. So it really is like a good way of sort of understanding the world and showing you like things that you can go and touch.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of things we can touch, we just picked up this awesome new weapon.
It's something we wanted to play with on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where
Let's
we
see the
have
replies to
fewer
that-
weapons
to
in the
that
game,
tweet.
but you can invest in them more, so they become your weapon.
I
And
really
so
wanna see what
depending
people are
what
saying right
your
now.
preferred playstyle is or your preferred
I'm just
weapon
trying to
type,
piss it.
then you can go and choose. I'm gonna fight with this weapon and invest heavily into that.
Not only are we looting weapons, but we see something here called the Book of Knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
They unlock skills for the players. So here you can see the Valkyrie dive that has just been unlocked. We have these
Ugh.
spread out throughout the world. So again, to promote exploration.
This
and
is like,
discovery,
you can tell,
as you travel through the
like,
world.
look at the
you
menu.
explore
This is the same
locations,
engine
you
as
can find
Origins
these
and
books
Odyssey.
that
It's
will
the same
add
shit.
Abilities that you can go and invest in, put into your loadout, then go into the different locations or the different quests in the game and
Someone
use
said
those
this is the best
depending
looking
on
game
what
of
your
the
playstyle
generation.
is.
Of which generation?
Now we've recaptured this village, we've secured more troops for our assault. Let's jump back now and figure out what we want to do with Ruid.
They're gonna have to make a statement. Just be like, yo,
The
we weren't ready
rightful
to show
king of East
gameplay. You
Anglia
pressured
has
us.
spared
That's
your
why
life
it's not
today.
ready.
And so it will
Because
be.
like, that little work in progress at the top is not enough right now. The shit is getting too formulaic. You know what I mean? Like,
Compassion is a virtue suited for anyone, Eivor, including you. Thank you.
Eivor decided to let him live. Ruud is really angry about that. Being a Norse Viking, being put to the death in battle is your road to Valhalla. So he was basically denied access to Valhalla in this situation. Obviously, all of these decisions come into play later on in the game, so we have very difficult decisions for the
Look
player
at that
who
ratio,
didn't want to
wow.
have easy decisions.
Yeah, you know, when I was playing, I decided to listen to Oswald and spare Ruid's life, but what exactly is the relationship like between Eivor and Oswald?
So the relationship between Eivor and Oswald is an alliance. It's basically Eivor is surrounded by territories that initially getting into England are hostile towards her, and obviously if you want to set up a new settlement, you want to make sure that your neighbor is friendly. So here in East
Oswald looks
Anglia,
like a nerd.
Oswald is the
Wow.
man for the job. Where
don't
putting
do my nigga Oswald like
position
that.
of
Like,
power
come on.
would help
They didn't even
her
have
sort of secure
computers
her
then.
territory.
I mean, I guess you could be a book
So
nerd.
earlier on,
They
to
didn't
the
even have
territory,
books back then.
Eivor
Books
comes
was
in
like
there, meets Oswald.
14,
The problems he
1500s
had
when
with
they learned
Ruud
how
are
to
sort of
print.
put to light,
They
and
didn't even have books.
Going through the arc, you basically help him
Then again,
deal
Pythagoras
with
was
Ruud
clearly a nerd.
and aligning basically Danes with Saxons
Imagine if this was
in
recorded
one
on PS.
territory.
I don't know. Like,
So, Fizz, we've completed the assault, we've gotten our hands dirty with some combat, taken down Ruid. We have this big open region of East Anglia, so before we head off to Oswald's wedding, what do you say we head out, have some fun, and see what we can get into in the open world?
That sounds great.
So we see a cat here with a speech bubble above it.
What a
and
handsome
You
cat.
best
The
believe
fuck?
if you let me talk to a cat, I'm gonna talk to a cat.
Yeah, these are some of our some of my favorite moments actually in the game, where we put out a whole bunch of events throughout the territory. And it sort of rewards again.
Do you see that?
going
Look
around.
on the left.
It's a
I guess
chance
you
for
can
us
rewind
also
the
to
stream,
sort
but
of
look on the
showcase
left.
a different
Look at the
side
head
of Eivor.
bopping up
A
and
lot
down
of
the
quests
neck.
sort
Look
of
at
deal
that.
more
Look at that.
more with, like,
Look on the left. The
politics
chick's
and warfare,
head
and
is
it shows
bopping
a
up
slightly
like
more
it's
human
like it's
nature of
raising
her.
up
So
and
if
down.
we can just explore that character a little bit
Please
more.
tell me you saw that. I'm gonna kill the. Come on.
And so here, basically, like you're trying to help a kid with his cat, and ultimately get that cat to sort of join your crew as a cat raider.
You just said cat raider way too casually. You're telling me I could have a cat Viking raider on my longship?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Oh my god, yes, I love it. Perfect.
So yeah, as you're riding around the
There's
rivers
bugs
of
all
England,
over this
you would
thing.
see
Like,
a
what
cat
is this?
basically walking around your longship, keeping your Viking raiders company.
I almost feel bad for,
Speaking of
wanting them
Viking
to show
longship,
gameplay
we're
before,
seeing
because
some
clearly they
gameplay
weren't
here
ready.
now. Can you talk a little bit about how that works and functions in Valhalla?
Yeah, so starting out on this project, I think the Viking longship is one of the biggest images that we
that's what I'm
have
saying.
when we
Like
think of Vikings in our game, and so Vikings had this.
I mean,
this
it's not ready to be released
design
yet,
for
so I'm
longship
not
to have
gonna
a very
hate
shallow
too
hull
hard on that.
to
But it was
permit
kind of
them
funny.
to go very far inland very quickly.
Well, they're gonna have
and
to
you
do
can
some
basically
serious
disembark,
graphical overhaul shit, because this is
Viking
abysmal.
raiders like on pretty much any shore. We
Like,
added
these
that into
graphics,
the game where you
I
can
don't even
basically
think they'd impress
sail up to
someone
any
straight from
location
2013.
and then just decide to disembark
Maybe a
with
little
your
bit,
guys
but I don't know.
and raid
20
a location,
maybe 2013 a little bit,
loot
but-
all its treasure, get back in the ship, and then continue really sailing down the river to your next opportunity.
So I know past Assassin's Creed games allowed for songs and things
Yeah,
like
draw
that to be
distance.
sung on ships. Will Valhalla have a similar
Spent
version
all
of
the
that?
time making the
Yeah,
time
so
for
this
all
is
our
something we
characters.
actually wanted the crew of your ship to become like your home away from home. So we added stories and songs into the ship. So basically, as the player is going around, you could decide to have your skald sort of sing a song for you as you row down the river. But you can also decide, depending on
So
who the
the
raiders
ships
are in
have
your
got
ship,
radio
to
in
hear
them.
more about their life. So you can actually queue up stories, and they'll give
Legions
you a
has
little
got
bit
the
more
W for
background.
graphics.
who they
Yeah,
are. So
Legions
you get
is
to know your
W for
your
graphics
sort of
is Legions.
fighters as you're traveling around
Cyberpunk
the world,
graphics are
which is
looking
a
sexy
cool,
as well.
moment.
So graphically, that's what
So
I'm looking
here
at
we're
right now.
seeing a bit of
We're
a
yet to see
different view.
gameplay of
What exactly
Spider-Man
are we looking
PS5 though, so
We
that's
had
that's
this
going to be
on
another
previous
graphical
Assassins where you would like
masterpiece.
ride
Well,
on,
not
on your
PC,
horse and you
so
could
it's
pull
not gonna
out,
be reaching
have
its
the
full
road,
potential
the horse
anytime
sort of
soon,
follow
so.
the track. We have a similar thing for the ship where you can put up your sails. It's cruise control for the ship, so you can pull back, take in the scenery, listen to some songs or some stories, and just take it all in.
So, speaking of Viking songs, we have an activity here that's not exactly singing, but kind of related, right?
Yeah, so here what we have is what we call flighting, which was an activity that Norse people would partake in. They would like to have a battle of wits and sort of poetry where insults
PS5
would
has
be
the W
thrown
for-
back and forth
as
between
usual,
each other.
like, PlayStation
The
and
idea
Sony are
was
the
to
ones who
try
always
and
kill
have
the
a good
exclusives.
insult, but also to have a good rhythm and a good rhyme in there. So it's basically a precursor to rap battles.
Small bet, medium bet, big.
Here's the silver. Now begin.
To all those whom I speak, they say Eivor's a clod.
A clod. Wow.
Then you're speaking to fools and their knowledge is flawed.
Well,
How exactly do you go about being successful in one of these?
The trick behind a good flight was to choose the right
Spider-Man
insult,
has game of the year potential.
identifying the right cadence, and
I have to
then
see
trying to
gameplay,
find
but
what
it could
rhymed
be.
the best.
I don't know.
I'm known for my might.
I just don't think I'd put it over
interesting.
Crash 4 right now or
Interesting.
Legion.
So
Even though
your
Spider-Man
whispers all
PS4
claim that you're
was
terribly dense.
goatee.
Then you've clearly misheard them. My wit
Yeah,
is
Bradley,
immense.
like, I don't know if you finished Ezio Trilogy yet, but after the Ezio Trilogy, it goes downhill. Okay?
Eivor of the Raven
It goes
Clan is true
downhill.
talent.
Some people like the
Don't
post
believe
Ezio
everything
games
you
more
hear,
because obviously
unless
there's,
it touches on my
you know, there's
flighting,
popular
then
opinion and
heed every
unpopular
word.
opinion. But
So
if
now
you
that
follow the
we've
popular
proven
opinion, which you
our
do,
sharp
because you've
tongue
already
and
picked
wit,
AC2 over
I think
Brotherhood,
it's time for a bit
most
more
people say
relaxing
AC2 is the
activity, so
best,
we're
and that the
fishing
Ezio Trilogy was
Yeah,
the
that's
overall
it.
best part of the series.
So
you're gonna
we gave
feel like a
Eivor
decline.
fishing line, so you can actually throw out.
I don't
want
want to say decline in
and go catch
quality,
some
but
fish.
a
This is
changing
used basically
fundamentally of
to,
what AC is about.
to
You slowly
play
start to
into
see the
our
shift
new
when you
health
play
loop
AC3,
where the
and it will
player
continue
will lose health in
until
the
it doesn't
world,
even feel like the
and
same
it doesn't
franchise
automatically
anymore.
regenerate like we would have in the past. So you actually have to go
Opinions
out
on
and
Black Flag.
get
I haven't
some-
finished Black
some
Flag, so I don't want to
supplies.
give
So
any full
you'll find
opinions,
mushrooms,
but
and some food that you
it
can
looks
gather.
alright,
But here's
you know,
like,
but
you
it's,
can also catch
again,
some
like,
fish and
AC's
consume that
gameplay
to
has
regain
changed
some health.
fundamentally so
We also
much.
will
You know,
sometimes
like,
have it in
the
in
parkour
certain quests.
changed.
So
Even in
it's a good way
AC3, the
to sort
parkour
of
was
chill
slightly
out
less
on the side
involved,
of
and
the
then playing
water and
Origins,
just,
the parkour
again,
was very
take it all in.
basic. That's the main thing. Like, I love the parkour, and they kind of took that away because obviously I grew up on Prince of Persia.
So this is what we
So
call
going
one
into
of
AC,
our
the parkour was
offering
very
altars.
important to me.
So,
So
the
when they
idea
started to
is
skip
that
on
you,
that,
you
it was
find
just
these
kinda
around
like,
the world,
you know.
and you make offerings to it. So it'll take like animal parts and stuff that you can find throughout the world.
2 is better. I mean, that's the
Here,
popular
what you're
opinion.
seeing, though, is
People,
sort of
most
like
people do
a
say 2
fancy
is better
version of it,
Brotherhood,
where
but
as you do your
honestly,
offering, you get interrupted
I
by
was
some-
kind of in that
some
camp at
kids that
first
basically
because of the
come
nostalgia.
and
Like I played 2
steal your
first,
stuff.
but Brotherhood,
So it's just a way for us to
Brotherhood
sort of
had
showcase
something
that,
about
like,
it that
the
I just,
systems
you
and
know,
activities in the world.
I just
we
feel
sort of
like it's
play in
it's
with
a
some-
stronger
some
game from a
quests and some
gameplay
little events. So
perspective.
it's our way to
But
sort of dress
AC2
up these
has like
moments and
more
make it all
variety of
fit
the
inside
environments,
the whole
which
experience.
makes it like
Yeah, this seemed like a
I
really
guess a nicer
unexpected
experience because you
turn
go
for
from
what I
like
thought was gonna be kind of a
Venice to like
simple interaction.
Florence and like
Yeah,
Tuscany,
and it's really what we were
all
trying
these
to do
different
with these events
places.
is to,
And it
is to
feels
give
more like
another
an adventure.
dimension to Eivor,
Whereas
other than
Brotherhood,
just,
you're
the
basically
pure
in Roma the whole
raw
time,
Viking
with a
or
few
the politician,
exceptions.
because you can imagine at some point
But
that
I feel like
we'll
even
grow old
though
if you're
it
always
has
telling
less in
that
environments,
version of the
it
character.
has
So
more
it lets
in
us really go into
the strength of the
depth
gameplay,
who
like
is
the Brotherhood
Eivor,
mechanic,
what
the
motivates
added
her,
moves to the
how she can
combat while
interact
still
with the
keeping the
world
parkour
outside of,
intact. You know,
warfare and
Ezio
politics.
being more badass because he's older and like he's experienced.
And
you
it
know.
also showcases like a different facet of the world at the same time.
And there's
It's not
fishing
only
in this
Eivor.
game.
So
Oh,
it just
I wasn't even
widens
paying
the breadth
attention.
of the stories that we can tell.
So who exactly
Not like I'm gonna
are
be
these
doing
two
that,
children?
but
These are kids of East Anglia. They are going through tough times with whatever Rued's been doing to the territory. And so they're just here trying to survive and basically exploit the people that are there to make offerings.
It was kind of nice to see that Eivor wasn't really necessarily upset at them for stealing, and you know, after you talk to them, you have the choice of helping them. You can, you know, give them food, give them some money, or you know, maybe just say, "Hey, good luck, on your way."
Yeah, and then this is something we also wanted to do a lot. Like, so here we're doing an event, we do it in quests as well, but we want to give a lot of this agency into players' hands so that they can sort of shape Eivor a little bit. Who she is, so it represents them a little bit more, and they can roleplay that a little bit better. And again, it just gives her like a little bit more humanity.
wait, did they
in
confirm they were gonna show
Provide
what
for
did they
small
confirm that
walkers.
they were gonna show in the post showcase?
Here, large walker.
They're gonna show Valhalla and a Hyperscape
Yes,
show
it's a
match.
St. Martin seal.
Yeah.
You're welcome here anytime, large walker. You're one of us now. Visit us, okay?
I will.
I want to see this
Take care
Hyperscape
now,
thing though.
Small green walkers.
They should remaster all the original AC.
So
They
I
already
think
did that
AC
for
veterans
PS4.
might recognize this here, but what exactly is Eivor chasing down?
Yeah, they'll just be doing the same
here
thing
you're
again,
seeing
essentially.
Eivor,
Okay, so there's some
running
parkour. There's
down
some
one of
parkour.
our tattoo.
Maybe they
images.
are
So
bringing
this
back
is
the parkour. Hold on.
challenging the player on free run abilities, but also for fans of the series,
okay.
sort of pulling at their heartstrings for some beloved features.
So are we going to be able to
The parkour
tattoo
could
Eivor?
make this better than
Yes,
Odyssey
by
alone.
collecting these tattoos, you actually bring them back to your settlement, and then you can customize different body parts, having different tattoos everywhere. So again,
Let's see the
another
building
form of
climbing. How does that
expression,
work?
And it's sort of to represent that Viking.
Thing is, there's not that many buildings here. That parkour's not going to be as
Fizz,
lit as
one of my
as it
favorite
was in
things when I was
Renaissance
out
Italy,
there exploring
where there were
East
tons of
Anglia
buildings
was
for
coming upon
parkour.
a house or a building and realizing that there was a chest inside, but that there was no easy way in. And in this case, I saw all the doors were barred, but I knew that because there was a chest in there must have been some way to get inside. So I went around the back and, you know, found a way in.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually caught on to that. You're pointing at something that we wanted to work on a lot on Valhalla, where we wanted the exploration to make you feel smarter. So we played a lot with puzzle solving, so making sure that every house that you find sort of appeals to you, like it draws your attention, and then when you want to come and explore, it's not given to you. You still have to work for it a little bit, so it'll challenge you on your.
Why does the wife's
observation
note look like it
skills,
was typed and printed?
Logic, just
Couldn't
trying to
use
find how do I
handwriting.
get
Like,
into this.
where are the
So we play a lot
details?
with,
It's 9th
level
century. Why
design,
does it look
quest design
typed?
To offer
It's not a
challenges
menu
to
item.
players,
It's a
and
note.
you basically come out of it like with a better feeling for the exploration, but you also get to see more of a story behind any of these locations, which we've crafted. So it gave us a little bit more time to sort of slow down the experience and tell a different version of a story.
A poor victim of someone's fury.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about exploration and just finding things out in the world, I was just wandering and came across this clearing and found this kind of morbid altar.
Yeah, so
Look at those
this is
low-res
one of our
textures.
bigger
Oh
events
my
that
God.
we have scattered in the world. So as Eivor explores,
And I feel
she
like
can
no
find,
connection to Eivor.
altars
like
this,
I feel like what makes an
and
Assassin's Creed game
by
really important is
interacting with
feeling
them,
a
here it's
connection to
trap
the
that's been
assassin.
set,
It's one of the main reasons why the Ezio trilogy
by
works
this
so well.
character named Regan.
Like you feel Ezio's emotion.
Now there's a bigger story behind all
You know,
this.
I don't
there's
feel anything for
multiple
Eivor. I
steps
don't
to
feel
it later
anything
on.
for
so this
the
is one
person
of
in
the,
Odyssey.
it
Bayek was actually
permits us
kind
to
of
go
cool. I like
into a
Bayek.
slightly more
You know.
mystical realm and play
Like,
with
I don't
a
feel
boss fight
anything.
that has more magical abilities, if we will, and basically have this awesome boss fight in the middle of the swamps.
What was that?
And
Shit
so here,
lagged.
the abilities that you see Reagan using are a little bit on the mystical side of things. What's happening is Eivor at the beginning of that trap is poisoned, and so she starts sort of hallucinating, seeing the world in a sort of different light and filter. And so
This
that's
looks
sort
like
of what
Dark
lets
Souls.
us
Oh, don't insult
go
Dark
into
Souls
this,
like that.
this-
Come on.
the,
Dark Souls
the
is
realm
lit.
of the weird.
Yeah, Watch Dogs is definitely the best thing shown. That's definitely the most hype thing they show. Mom, can we have Dark Souls? We already have Dark Souls at home. Dark Souls at home.
Enough of this crackling and bloodshed. Arrest your demons.
So we just saw here that Regan belongs to something called the Daughters of Lyria.
Yeah, that's correct. By finding the other daughters, you'll get a little bit more backstory on who they are, so we don't want to spoil that too much.
The
But
viewers
it
are still
creates
high.
like a sort of greater story that is not on the main path in any way, but it is still very rich and adds to the lore of this world and actually plays into history.
So we just had a really exciting, really intense boss battle. I think
Relax,
it's time for
guys.
something
They've
a little bit
confirmed that
more
everyone will
relaxing
still
and
get the
calming
free
now.
stuff,
Yeah,
regardless
it's
of
all-
successful
here it's
login
all
or
about
not.
pacing yourself with the highs and the lows. So here we have a low chill moment of
they tweak
what we
something?
call building a
I even forgot about that. I'm supposed to be
So
getting Watch
Eivor,
Dogs
as
2
she
for free.
explores the world, will find
They
these
better
sort of
clear this shit up.
meditative
I want
areas
my Watch
where
Dogs.
You have a pile of rocks that you could just stack on on top of another using physics. And I mean, yeah, the ultimate goal is to try and get the highest pile of rocks, but really it's
Okay,
about
they did tweet
taking
it
in
out.
the sights, relaxing, taking a step back, and just building something.
Together we stack stones into cairns.
These?
Yes. Think of this as a test of mind and wit. Stack the cairn stones high and wide into any shape you like.
I mean, you can spend as much time as you want building these things, making them as high as you want, as weird as you want. I'm sure, like, a lot of these stuff will end up on the internet, like people comparing structures. And the cool thing is that once you've built it and you decide to get out of it, it sort of stays there, and so that's yours, right? And until the moment where you come back and you want to
Wait,
build
what are we
a new
looking at
one,
now? I wasn't
it's
paying
sort of
attention.
cool that we were able to give that to players to express themselves.
Hold B validate. Are we validating rocks?
We've
Is
met
he a
some
rock
children,
connoisseur now?
We've broken into a house. We fought a boss. We built a cairn. I think
I wish they bring
now
back some of the
it's finally
multiplayer stuff. I
time
know
to
Unity
go
was
and head
rough,
off to
but it was
Oswald's
fun.
wedding.
I barely
so
played
this is
Assassin's Creed
this is the
multiplayer
moment it's all been
because
building
back
up
in
to.
boarding school,
By the
obviously I
moment
couldn't
you get into
buy the
territory,
games,
it's
so
sort of like
it was all
mentioned by
cracked.
Oswald that
Like when I played
he's
Ezio
trying
Trilogy,
to,
so you
get
obviously
married
cracked
with
games you
his
can't really go
Dane
online with
lady.
them.
And
So
so as you go
I
through
did- I
the
think I
arc,
did try it
that's sort of like
afterwards,
the
though.
underlying thread.
But
Really, it's
not
about
much.
Rued creating turmoil in the territory and helping Oswald sort of get above that and show that he's a good leader. And
Ugh,
so you
that's
finally,
fucking
after going through all of that arc, finally get these two together, go through their wedding, and you're invited to attend the ceremony, and then all the activities and fun times that comes afterwards.
Yeah, as much as we've seen the brutal side of England, it's nice to see the joyous side of it as well.
Yeah, and it's something we really wanted to play on in Valhalla, where being a Viking is not only about being a raider or warrior. I mean, there's revelry, there's feasting, there's partying that goes, and like if someone knows how to party, it's a Viking. And so here, this is one of our opportunities to sort of show what a sort of Viking gathering is. And what's cool here is it's a good alliance of Norse culture with Saxon culture, sort of smashing those two things together, and building bridges.
Yeah.
Shall we start with a food combo in chat? I'm not allowed to eat until midnight, so we're not doing that.
Anything can happen in a Viking event, right? Eivor, yeah, here just get drunk and shoot some arrows.
It looks good. Honestly, it's proven to look very interesting.
Steady all, and
I'm definitely gonna be copying.
the wedding race. The king and his bride against all.
I'd be surprised if it bombs critically, because I feel like they've really learnt the lessons from 1 and 2.
So here we see the decision I made to spare Ruid came back to bite us.
Yep, that's the decision.
This is Assassin's Creed and like nothing except the name.
So as we said before, all of your decisions have consequences, and this is a big one.
It looks better than Cyberpunk. I mean, visually, like graphically, and they both look pretty amazing. In terms of gameplay, though, Watch Dogs Legion has engrossed me more from a gameplay perspective than Cyberpunk.
Sort of step in for Oswald.
Although Cyberpunk looks like it might be superior on story,
fight his own fight.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cyberpunk has the better story than Legion.
Myself, because I thought
but Watch Dogs will have the better graphics. I mean, sorry, the better gameplay than Cyberpunk.
Cannot keep his oaths. Let me finish this.
Oswald, you gutless Arya swine! I'll slay the wolf-kissed, then hang you with your own tongue.
How does this encounter with Ruid differ from our previous fight with him?
So at this point, you've eliminated his wolf, so it's just him, and so he's angry at this point, and so he will start using his big gun abilities like fairly earlier on in the fight. So it's way more vicious, way faster. There's less strategy. He goes literally swords blazing at you, and so
yeah,
this is a fight to the death.
Gameplay is disappointing. The gameplay is disappointing. Well, I don't know how to put it. It's just it's so basic. It's just.
And of course here, like, this is a decision you made to go and fight him, but there's multiple outcomes to this scenario. You could have let Oswald fight his own fight and prove basically his station as the rightful leader. If you had eliminated Rued, obviously this would not have happened. It would have been a slightly more joyous occasion. But ultimately, in all scenarios, you still have an alliance with Oswald.
Wait, For Honor's first person?
I
haven't played it, but I thought it was a third person game.
And to be a good ally for you.
Great service. I promised you an alliance, and now you have it.
And one day I will need you to make good on that alliance.
So we're about to take off from the wedding, but Eivor decides it's a good idea to check up on her friend Finner.
The bad that was a very small.
Yeah, so Finner is probably one of the more recurring characters.
Well, they're having another one, so I guess that could always be something. But,
sort of.
Given that they haven't made a Prince of Persia in a decade, you never know.
Sort of misses it, you know? And going through all these adventures together is sort of like lights that fire back.
Well, the way I
so
die it is
he's
that
willing to join you in your
I have
raiders.
a certain amount of calories
so he's one of many
in the
raiders
day.
that you'll encounter.
So that
in the
resets
game,
at the start of the next day. So I've eaten
recruit, bring back home,
today,
and then have them sort of join you on your
midnight is the start of the next day, so I can eat again.
He can tell you these stories that we're telling you
every
about.
midnight.
Get a little bit to know a little bit more about him.
Plus, I need to work
it's a
anyway,
fun way
so
to
I'm going to
sort of
be busy.
discover more about these characters that you meet and bring him along for adventures.
Together.
Together.
I'll gather my things.
Well, folks, we've come to the end of our Assassin's Creed Valhalla playthrough. Fizz, thank you so much for joining us. When and where
they
can
put
people
the
play?
viewpoint synchronization.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be out on Xbox Series X.
I feel like they've
PlayStation
sprinkled
5,
in a few
and it's coming
things
to
from
Xbox
Ezio Trilogy
One,
to be like,
PlayStation
look, it's
4,
like the old
PC,
games.
and
You got
Stadia
Jesper
on
Kid for
November
the OST. You got a few bits of parkour. It's like the Ezio games. Buy them, or buy this, and it's like, it's not really, you know. And on top of that, it's not even on Steam as well, so insult to injury. Like, you know what I mean? Alright, now it's Hyperscape's turn. The
Hey
Battle
everybody,
Royale.
thanks for joining us. My name is Eric Pope. I'm the Senior Community Developer on Hyperscape.
And I'm Graham Jennings. I'm the Senior Producer on Hyperscape.
Hyperscape's now in its open beta phase, so you can go to Uplay and download it directly.
So a little while back, we recorded a match for you so we could walk through it moment to moment, explain what's going on.
All right, let's see this Hyperscape shit. What's that about?
Going on with hacks, guns, the gameplay. So Graham and I are going to walk you through it right now, and I hope you'll enjoy it.
Let me try logging into Uplay right now.
So at the start now, you'll see the insertion phase. There's the 3 of them in the squad.
I can't believe this server got crashed.
It looks like Helios, which is one of the landmarks, is
funny.
going to be one of the choices.
So all the places we're seeing on the map right now with like a name above it, that tends to be a higher
Okay, so this is the
loot
game.
area, would you say?
Hyperscape.
So one of the big yellow letter ones, like this one,
Oh,
this
shit.
is one of the landmarks.
Okay, we're in. We're in.
Higher density and higher quality.
Ah,
overall.
for fuck's sake.
Which also means most people will be going there, so you might have...
Usually have a few more friends.
You
to go
play,
to the
stop.
landmark. So in this case though, he's gone outside and he's found a supply crate. So he's starting to loot these instead, so he's looking for both hacks and weapons within them.
Right, so the
drag
looting
this?
phase, many folks will be familiar with, but in Hyperscape, you do have those supply crates that you're
Oh my
maybe
God.
lucky enough to find. And what's the deal with supply crates?
So supply crates are placed around the world, so you'll hear
Why
them.
is
and
my
you can go and
CPU
find them,
maxing
and then
out?
inside them you'll find weapons and hacks. Usually you find slightly better weapons and hacks within them. Here now we've switched, so we're looking at Chimera instead.
See what I mean?
So he's in the landmark.
Streamlabs is
He's
destroying my
still in the looting
CPU.
phase. But as you can see from the red triangle up there, there's actually some friends or not friends in there. with
Why
him
is
just now.
Streamlabs taking
Okay,
so
the
much
action gets,
CPU?
started. Okay, right here.
Yeah, so he's one-on-one. He's going with the Mammoth shotgun.
That is
against someone who's
ridiculous.
using the heel hack at the minute, which is the red circle you can see. So that player's taking.
That is
extra health at that
ridiculous.
point.
I'm not even playing a game.
Looks like it helped him hold his ground against that mammoth.
And I believe it helped him survive at that point. There seems to be a few other players in here just now, so the combat
Just
started. and
fucking
elimination
ridiculous.
got his first kill.
Oh my god.
Oh no, so he's just been eliminated actually.
Yeah.
So he just he's been eliminated and he's turned into an echo now. So
Yeah,
he's gonna wait for his friends.
I'm gonna have to
bring him
move
back.
to
He's gonna
regular
go to one of
OBS.
these restore
I'm gonna
points,
have
which
to.
are
Like
basically
Streamlabs has
places
more
where someone
features,
else
but
from another squad's
it's
been
anally
eliminated.
raping my
You can be
CPU,
restored
and
and
I
brought
can't
back
have
to life
that.
at one of those points.
So the action
My
pretty much never
CPU
stops.
should not be that high.
If you're eliminated, you're not out.
You're not stuck watching a camera with someone else. You're still playing. You can inform your squad as to what's going on, and then you can call to be restored at one of those points. There's plenty of people,
Like, it's
like you
actually
said, who
ridiculous.
ended up at Helios at the end. There's
Yeah.
at least 3 other squads.
So we can also see when you have a teammate who needs a revive, it's called out on your...
Yeah, the green icon you can see at the side is him calling for a revive at this point.
Yo, some
With
YouTubers
the goal,
already
he's
dropped
busy,
early access
eliminating other players,
AC Valhalla
which will
games.
cause more revive
They were
points
just waiting for
to
the
appear
second to
as well.
end.
This
Well, if
guy's
they was
going out
allowed
for
to
the
post it, then they'll have like a schedule on the upload. It'd be like upload it the moment that, you know,
What
this
you'll
thing
actually
was
see at the
over.
minute now is both Chimera and Elimination are both echoes, so it's just Mr. Gomi by himself at present time. So can he survive?
It's the kind of thing that I probably, it's the kind of game I'd watch a streamer play, but I wouldn't play it
There's
much.
still a few other players in here, that's for sure.
I don't know. I haven't
So
really
that was
gotten
the
into any of
slam
these
hack he
battle
used there,
royals.
so basically
Maybe
projecting
I could
himself
get
up
hooked
in the
if I
air,
really
landed,
went in,
dealt
but
some damage, and
I
he
don't know.
managed to eliminate the
Yeah,
other
he
player.
got the elimination with it, which is pretty good.
And then he's starting to bring back Chimera at this point, so he's now back into the game.
Right.
So he's got to reloot and find new weapons again, because when you are eliminated, you go back to just your melee weapon.
Okay, so you don't hold on to your gear when you get eliminated.
No.
Ugh.
So this is the start of the decay you can see. So you see all these blue triangles that are appearing. This is how we basically do, map size reduction and zone reduction to bring players towards a smaller map into the center. So
Yeah,
instead
this
of
is really-
having
this is really pissing me
a
off,
circle
like,
that shrinks, we've
that-
decided to actually dissolve the map.
OBS is just
And is it
using
kind of the
all this
same? Will you
CPU.
always know which districts are decaying first?
You can see from the map when you bring it up what's going, and you'll also see the
Only battle
icon when you
royale,
come
I like this
on the
Apex.
left hand side of the screen a second
Oh, I've
ago,
heard of
which
Apex.
shows you where the safe area
That was the
is.
one that they said
At
was
the top,
going to
it will show
destroy
you
Fortnite,
sectors
and it just
closing,
came and
and then
went.
you've got the little icon of the person running with a distance against it. That tells you where to go to the next safe place.
Even with this game, the trailer looked way cooler than the actual gameplay. But
So I see Mr. Gummy has pinged that spot to sort of regroup outside of the landmark.
We're going to take some height as
Ugh.
well to start
Alright,
to
I'm gonna
look
mute
for others.
this. I'm getting tired. I don't know if you guys want to see the rest of this. I'm getting bored. But yeah, that was the Ubisoft event. This is post showcase shit, and frankly, I think I've seen enough because they're not showing anything else after this. They said they were showing Valhalla and Hyperscape. if I recall correctly. Yeah, so there's nothing else that's going to be shown unless they pull a surprise kind of thing. So, wait, is the stream ending already? Yeah, I mean, it was just a reaction stream. I was going to go live with AC before, but frankly, I woke up at like 5 p.m. and spent like an hour actually properly waking up. Like, I woke up at 5 and then I wasn't really awake until like 6. So, yeah, it just didn't happen that way. And plus, with Origins still lagging, I don't know what to do, because I don't want to have to get a hardware capture card right now, because I don't have the setup to really pull it off, you know. But that's probably gonna have to be what I do. But a lot of people have said Streamlabs just takes up too much resources, and I'm seeing that right now. Like, my CPU was getting destroyed, and it was ridiculous. So I'm probably gonna have to move back to regular OBS. Not as many bells and whistles and features, but it gets the job done. I'm gonna have to move all my streaming shit back to the original OBS. And oh, T-Pain is live. Oh, Soulja Boy is live. But I wonder what T-Pain is streaming. Hold on. He's streaming Ubisoft Forward.
I mean, this is obviously a developer playing.
Anyway, T-Pain a legend though. But yeah. So I have to move to regular OBS again. I'll probably just do a quick test stream at some point. I'll just like get OBS and then try and stream Origins, because I don't want to move all my like streaming setup and everything to original OBS and then Origins is still lagging the fuck out, right? So what I'll do is I'll just open it, just quickly just load up a game in it, do a test stream at some point, and if the game doesn't lag while streaming with original OBS as opposed to Streamlabs, then I'll move to original OBS and that'll be it. Because Cyberpunk is coming to PC, right? I want to stream all these modern games, and if Origins from 2017 is causing me problems, then other games are going to cause me problems too. Maybe those other games are better optimized, but even still, I still think that I need to sort out this lag issue. So I'm going to have to do some tests, probably move to original OBS, and then we'll keep it moving from there, because otherwise I'm going to be stuck playing old games forever. And I mean, there's a lot of old games I love, but you know, I can't be doing that forever. So yeah, summarizing my thoughts on the event, it was pretty decent. You know, they told you exactly what you were going to expect, and you saw that. And you know, Far Cry looks interesting, even though I don't play Far Cry. They got Giancarlo in there. The story looks pretty deep. That's the kind of thing that I might even try out just for the story alone. Watch Dogs Legion has got me hyped. Hyperscape looks good, but I'm not really into battle royales. And Valhalla was a disappointment. It looks like same engine shit. It seems like they don't actually understand why we loved Ezio Trilogy. They don't understand what made AC, and they've just fundamentally changed it so much that I guess it appeals to a new demographic of people now. People that like were already into shit like The Witcher and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Thank you for reminding me, chat. I'm gonna be playing the fuck out of that. That's coming out on the 17th. You know, I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I'm going to, and it's gonna get some streams from me. That's a PS4 game, so no worries about lag there. It will just be capture carded. But yeah, that's gonna be really fun. Some people are calling Ghost of Tsushima like AC like Japan or some shit, or AC Asia or whatever. Like, I forgot which country it's saying. Tsushima is like an actual place, if I recall correctly. Let me see. Yeah, Tsushima Island is in Japan. So yeah, some people are calling it like AC Japan essentially because of the gameplay. Like Ghost of Tsushima is closer to AC than to OG AC than Valhalla, than AC itself. So think about that. Ghost of Tsushima is probably going to be lit. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because I'm waiting for the review embargo to lift, because I want to see a bit more information. Not that I trust reviewers with all my life or anything, but I just want to get a bit more info before I spend the money. But I'm likely going to be buying that and streaming it, so it should be lit. Looking forward to Road to Crash 2. Yeah, that's also going to happen. I need to go through all the Crash games. I need to like write down a list of all the games I need to play in the order. But yeah, the first one will probably be Wrath of Cortex. I was going to do that this week, but I was really busy this week, so I didn't get to do it. So literally, yeah, we got swamped. You know, content's been slow this week. I'm gonna try and pick it back up next week, but I've just been really busy, so you know how it is, you know. But you know, thank you for chilling with your boy today. What am I looking for? Yeah, taskbar settings. Thank you for chilling with your boy today. We're gonna go ham with the content again. I'd say do the PS1 games first and the Insane before. Nah, because Crash 4 comes after those games, right? And I've already beaten those games. So the way I see it is I want to do everything else that I haven't played yet. And then after I do all that, then I do 1, 2, and 3. Because then that makes more sense. 4 comes after 1, 2, and 3. So play Wrath of Cortex to set all that shit. Then when that's all done, then do 1, then 2, then 3. Then 4 comes out. See where I'm going with this? If I do 1, 2, 3 now, you know, like they're placing 4 right after 3. So I want to save that and build into that way. So I will go to 1, 2, 3. Don't worry. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna do emulated or insane, I haven't decided yet. I don't know yet. We'll see. I mean, original PS1 trilogy. I don't know. I just because I want to get into the ones I haven't played yet. Like because I played original trilogy, like I'll probably just I'll probably save it to the end. I'll figure it out later, but I just want to kind of just get into the ones I haven't played and finish those first, and then if there's still time, then I can go back and just replay trilogy, you know, properly or whatever. So I'll finalize it later, but you know. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. We gained a few subscribers. I think like getting like 6 subs, so 7. So thank you for subscribing, and we'll be back with more content next week. What do I usually say in my outro? Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I'm so bad at outroing streams, but yeah, it's your boy Ram. You earned a sub, bro. Thank you, the MC. It's your boy Ram. Oh yeah, check out the Dreamcast Mini unboxing I dropped. You know, very lit device. Look at it right now. Dreamcast Mini. So cool. It has so many cool features that it does. So many. So yeah, check out that unboxing if you want. Check out my live stream playlist if you wanna. If you're into AC and you wanna watch me play AC2. Got like hours of that, so you know. But yeah, next week we should be coming back to the content. But yeah, it's your boy Remulus, Rem Gang. I'm out.